but if one or two fights go wrong, how do you take fights? Look at your cores, you know what I mean? You have a Darkseer, Phoenix, and Gyrocopter. None of these heroes can really get active on the map and fight. They can react, sure. They can win their lanes, yes. But in that mid game, you're not going to have this Blink Sven, Blink Mag, you know, Boundless Strike, or just whatever monkey in the trees with this easy initiation. So they really kind of did compromise their draft integrity a little bit by picking this Phoenix. But they still have a lot of team fight. It's hard to run into Edge, but it's also very hard for Edge to run into Heroic later in the game. Early game, though, anything could happen.
Okay. Importantly, we were saying that Heroic, at least my opinion would, I think Heroic shine, of course, with Whisper and Schofield. I know you're saying your Whisper is on his Magnus, but with the Magnus game, how does it look for him? Is there easy ways for him to be able to find these skewers back? Has he got combos this game with the team that he has?
Yeah, I'd say he has pretty good combos, right? Sven, Monkey King, even the Mort to the W, quite strong. So if he does manage to get an RP, the only person you have to worry about is potentially this Tusk. Like, there could be some big snowball saves here, but that's what the whole point of skewer is, right? You get him out of position for Tusk to even get in position. But if he does land some 3-man RP, yikes, heroes will die in that, for sure.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to find out, really, eyes on how this mid lane goes for PP. Up against Analog's Monkey King was a very crafty monkey pick at the 18th. Limits the heroes. Go for something a little bit spicy. And we'll see how he's going to perform. And what the item build is as well going to be for him. I wonder if... I honestly don't know what mid Phoenix is going for. I don't know if there is some ATOS that you're potentially considering, because you were mentioning about the difficulties that Edge may have in the early to mid game with like who does stuff. We'll see. I'm very intrigued on what the thought process is.
I mean, potentially, but I think most Phoenixes I've seen are just like Vessel into Shivas or Radiance. Just going all for that like burn damage and scale. I mean, Vessel seems pretty high value. The only downside is like, yeah, potentially Oracle might be an issue. He can dispel it. But if you can time it when after he uses all his abilities, and he's actually gonna dive backwards on PP. So playing a little bit defensively as he has officially lost the first wave. But this is certainly a matchup when I think you get level 5. Monkey can't really play it anymore, but luckily you have a team. And I think this Oracle is going to be very key in this game. He's going to have to follow around this Phoenix throughout the entirety of this mid game, because just slap a W on someone with a Vessel and with a Fire Spirit on them, and you're going to be able to save him. You can also dispel a lot of his abilities.
Yeah, and of course a lot of value with the Oracle inside the lane as well. Versus Darkseer, a counter that we have seen through a long time top lane. Potential first blood, Yudomi out of the tower. And they're going to be able to find it. Skewer there from Whisper. Heroic will strike first in our best of 5.
Power of the Magnus. And also the Morta too, right? Like, you have 2 ways of making people run into your tower. So if you time it very nice, you get the Skewer plus Dead Shot. So it does exploit a little bit of what Gyro likes to do, because Gyro likes to push the lane in, right? But then you're in front of their tower. So it's really going to be up to Schofield if he can continuously block these camps here. If they can keep their wave in front of their tower, heroes like Tusk and Gyro, well, Gyro especially, Tusk eventually, when he does have Snowball, will be able to have a better time. Schofield, yeah, a little bit in trouble. Should be fine, but that's a lot of damage.
Yo.
Oh, Drinking Buddies damage, okay.
Okay, wow, yeah, wasn't expecting actually that much from Pyke, and...
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he went for Drinking Buddies and not Tag Team, which versus Magnus is pretty interesting. You can pull people if they get out of position to them, and that bonus damage that you saw, that's not Gyro's normal right-click damage. That's the added bonus Yudomi was giving him with the Drinking Buddies.
Gonna be able to hit back here up top. Nicely done, Pyke. 2-0-1 build. Keeping tabs on how mid is looking as well. Still Analog off to a fine start. 15-4 compared to the 14-1. And we do see Vitaly struggling a little bit with the Darkseer, but he's just been pulling early on. They do have a lot of nuke potential with 2-point Storm Hammer. The Fortune's End as well. A lot of damage at the early stages. So Michael is being brought down pretty low, but It will shortly maybe be in a position where they can contest the lane a little bit easier.
Pretty impossible lane though, I think. This Sven is gonna free farm. You can pull the wave, but you can't use Ion Shell. Pretty tough Darkseer game overall. So that is going to be an issue. I mean, this top lane's kind of cool. Because they're shoving the lane so hard, the D-wards have happened, you can spam pool. And because you want Drinking Buddies, right, on this Gyro, all I have to do is bring in this Gyro, press Drinking Buddies on top of Flak, and the Flak will get bonus damage to all the heroes. As you'll see, we'll kind of exploit this here. So much damage from this Gyrocopter. He's going to clear everything. Really cool lane matchup I haven't thought of a lot because honestly, I've kind of just forgot Drinking Buddies exists, but with Gyrocopter, it's going to be very potent through the entirety of this game.
Continue to see how the interaction goes for Pyke and how much damage that's going to be as the game goes on. So far, again, I mean, we hit that level 5 mark now for PvP, so I need to start to see this lane go a little bit different than what it is currently.
Yeah, I mean, at level 5, you pretty much have like perma fire spirits, since it's only a 30-second cooldown. But yeah, so far, let's say this Phoenix, it's not having the desired result that they were hoping. He's like literally losing his lane to Monkey King and net worth, so not ideal, but throughout this course of the game, it's still good. I just worry about this Darkseer's game. I worry that Phoenix didn't really shut down this Monkey King. And more importantly, I just worry about how are you going to lock heroes down. But we have seen time and time again, this Edge team, they seem to only care in a lot of senses where as long as they have a lot of farm on Pyke and he's playing a hard carry, things will be okay. And so the big hope I'm looking at right here is going to be this Tusk Drinking Buddies with this incredibly farmed Gyro. Can he get farmed enough where he can just clear out all of Heroic's heroes?
Okay, well, how is the anti-carry look from either side then? Surely would probably say Radiance is a little bit better with the threat of like the potential double RP.
Yeah, hold on.
And look, actually top lane, Schofield with the dead shot right back, and they've got the skewer as well. Nice rotation, gonna net themselves a much more important kill this time.
Yeah. That's a big one. I think he realizes now that laning versus triple Bracer Phoenix, who's level 6, is not going to be ideal for him. So he's just going to go ahead and start making some plays around the map. But Phoenix, he's got a haste. He wants to make something happen. Maybe he'll just take some stacks. I mean, how do you make a play here? You just have to run in with the Phoenix. It's not easy. But maybe that'll be enough.
Still actually trying to commit to this. I'll get a glimpse of Analog, which is an opportunity now because he's unable to leap away. A decent amount of damage onto Pyke early on. PP's very out of position. They're going to screw him under the tower and can try and supernova, but there are 4 heroes here. They're going to kill the egg. And the experiment of the mid Phoenix is not working, and Analog is aware of this. You go for the last big counter, and you were supposed to do well in the lane to the early game, and it's not looking like that's going to be the case. And then what is his role as the game goes on?
Time will have to tell, but yeah, this Phoenix really needed to do better in the laning stage. Shut down the Monkey King, but the Phoenix is the lowest farmed core in this game. It is a best of 5. They have time to experiment. It's not like this game's over by any stretch of the imagination, but for Heroic, this is going more than ideal. You've got a free farming Sven. Monkey isn't even phased by this counter pick Phoenix. You managed to kill the Gyrocopter. Things are looking good for Heroic at the current point.
Eyes on Pyke. How many stacks? How much farm is he going to be able to get? And what about the item build as well? We've seen a lot of the Gyrocopters so far have a pretty versatile item build. Is there one you would be favoring a little bit more in a game like this?
Oh, I think he's just going to do the Chop Shop Aghanims build here.
Okay.
Ags is just too good against heroes that stun you, right? And you're playing against a Magnus, a Monkey, and a Sven. I mean, it is Pyke, though, so maybe he'll get an early Pyke, too. Could help a bit against Monkey. and potentially the Magnus.
Sure.
But usually on Gyro was too scary with. You buy Pike on Gyro is just kind of like a necessity.
Yep. Okay. Oh, we started to see Analog was moving towards top of the Arcane Rune. Maybe just actually wanted the Empower because he's going to go back and slowly farm the jungle. Take a little bit of time. It is 3 points up in the Empower, but Whisper as well is continuing to free farm. He's actually even being able to farm by himself, importantly. Schofield's not required, who's level 5 already on the Muerta and very close to an early level 6.
Yeah, also farming really well. That Atos will be another form of control. And you just have to ask yourself, where's the control going to come from? You don't have a lot of it. A lot of this control is going to rely on the shoulders of your position 5 Tusk, who is the lowest net worth in the entire game. And I don't see that changing either. But we'll see what Yodomi can do with that. This shard on Ricky is going to be very critical too. If they can't manage to stop these false promises, I'm not even worried about Oracle right now. I'm just worried about the initiation of Road. Not to mention their ability to counter initiate. Wow, you've got a lot of problems to deal with. And we keep talking about this Phoenix mid and the problems that it kind of can cause for a lineup. And it's quite drastic at this point. Like, they really needed an initiator for this mid lane, or they had to crush it. And they unfortunately have neither now.
So now what do we, is really plan B just simply PP's Gyro, sorry, Pike's Gyro? Is that like, are we already at plan B?
Well, the laning stage will be broken down soon. It's 10 minutes. You can still make smoke plays, but I think you have to wait for at least Tusk to get level 6. I mean, I'm not really exaggerating when I say Tusk has to do so much this game. He really does, and they're going to clear it on stack here. Monkey and Magnus. Magnus now has Blink Dagger. So it really is just Heroics in the driver's seat right now. Like, you don't have any time. It's like a level 6 Tusk timing versus a Mag Blink timing. Like, what would you rather have on your team? That's just the state of the game.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's see. Maybe one of the supports is going to be able to pop the smoke, get the read on Whisper's Blink. Gonna have to try and do something here to stop this reveal. Feels like game is already at a scary stage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Michael is just being a nuisance, a pest. So Whisper is going to go back top. We'll see if we bring anyone else here as well. Schofield's also in the area. He is going to show the blink on the wave. We'll have the read now. Now, does Pike want to continue to play the area, or we're going to see him go back and start to farm a little bit more defensive right there in jungle?
I think Heroic don't really care too much about the state of the game here. They're just going to continue to farm. No smoke necessary. I mean, I think ideally they do try and kill Pike, but you're also diving into like a Phoenix and potential Darkseer. Not really necessary. And I think Yuma is insanely happy with the state of the game right now. Mask of Madness, Echo Saber already online.
Whisper mid lane. Fishing for an attempt onto the Phoenix. Nice tricks of the trade from Michael.
Yeah.
So that's your first move from Whisper. I guess it's also to help secure the power runes, so it does, come with some value. But it is not a bottle hero, so Analog's just going to use the amp damage to go back and farm a little bit faster.
I'd say the state of the game is pretty good for Edge, right? Because you are playing versus these initiators, and you're just kind of chilling. And it does look like smoke will happen now. They're going to the bot lane. Who can they find? Doesn't look like anybody. Maybe a Ricky if he wants to be a little bit greedy and farm that range creep, but well, he does, but it's like they don't want to go on that target. As they are going to take the game. Oh, there's
they got the ward though.
They have vision?
So they do. They're going to see them.
Okay, well, either way,
You don't
you definitely see him.
Ran into it. They knew. Whisper's RP still going to be there with the Wukongs as well. They're both gone. The counter initiation was just too late. They pinged it out. They pinged the high ground. They knew they were coming through, but they clumped up.
And that's like perfect situation for them. And I like how Whisper's getting a little more active in this game. Not even in the sense that like he's using his dagger to get kills here, but just simply the fact he's just running around Monkey King and giving him casual empowers, right? And now he can just farm on Monkey King, and he's gonna make sure his scalability is a lot better. Instead of just not interacting with Monkey King at all, he's just like, okay, Monkey, I'll split my net worth with you. And I don't think Whisper needs too much money this game anyway, whereas it'll go a long way if Monkey King can get a few items. Because I think BKB, it almost hard counters the Dire lineup. So if they can get to a triple BKB timing, that's when I feel like Heroic really are going to be in control of this game.
And maybe with that read of all the magic damage that Dire have is a big reason why he's actually gone Mage Slayer this game for the Monkey King. We've pretty much seen a majority of the games it has been the Diffusal. Yes, there are the odd couple where it is the Mage Slayer, but that is the decision for Analog this game. So also recognizing that there is going to be a ridiculous amount of spells that will be casted.
And more stacks to farm. This has to be a frustrating game for Edge. I mean, they group up and take the mid tower. It's something.
Dire's bottom tower is
But
under attack.
the economy game is not in your favor at all. Charo, though, he's still farming. But you can't keep up to the Sven. You're level 9 on Gyrocopter. This Sven's level 12. There's definitely a huge disparity. And we haven't even seen King Jungles. Like, is he even going to be needed this game? Maybe, but like, all the other Oracle games are like, you have to kill the Oracle. You have to kill the Oracle. This doesn't feel like a game where you can't even think about the Oracle. You have to be thinking more about the Mag, the Monkey, you getting initiated on. So layers and layers of problems here for Edge to really have to think about, making this game very difficult to play. You do still have the flat cannon plus drinking buddies. It is a lot of damage. But that's assuming Pike can actually hit heroes this game. A long way from being able to do that.
Yeah, we're seeing at the moment that being not the case. Very slow game though. 6-1, 16 minutes in, 4,000 net worth lead for Heroic. And the team that's been able to find an objective. Seeing no plays out of Darksea. He's been pretty silent. Vitaly with the halberd. After he did have a difficult start, of course, with the lane matchup and heavily countered. He's got halberd in the mechanism now. Going to be working into the Greaves next. Hey, I'm feeling like maybe Yuma is going to be the one under pressure. They're going to TP Whisper down to bottom. Schofield is also moving with the invis.
Can you pressure a BKB Sven here? Maybe if you can get him before he presses the button. But Ricky, yeah, delete it. Like, unfortunately, this Sven has enough attack speed and protection from the BKB. He could easily destroy this egg by himself if necessary. So you have to be very careful on how you press, or I guess press the button for egg, where you place it.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Because if you put it right on top of Sven, that ain't gonna work. You're not a support Phoenix. There is no diversion egg, right? Like, this is a mid Phoenix. If that egg goes down, it is bad.
Speaking of the Phoenix, though, level 12, Shiva's still a decent amount away with how expensive the recipe is going to be. We've been working their way towards it. We've got the second round of the neutral items, 3 Essence Rings for Radiant, a couple of Brigand's Blades as well. And we are getting close to a bigger, at least a bigger objective timing. You've got the Tormentor up in a couple of minutes. Importantly, you've got the Power Runes as well. Honestly, though, not as vital this game with the mid laners. We are still going to see some heroes rotate around the area.
I mean, the only problem with this game is that, like, this gyro has so much responsibility to carry the game, but this isn't like one of those other Terrorblade games that we saw him play before, where it's like, if it gets to a point, Pyke will 1v5 this game. Like, I was very confident of that. I am not confident at all in Gyro 1v5 in this game. He's going to be in the middle of a Wukong's command, with a Sven hitting him, with an Oracle healing either or of them. He's getting skewered back. Michael's dead again. So that's why I was thinking that second phase, you know, that Morphling. Maybe that's something you really have to go for, because unfortunately, heroes like Gyrocopter, very few games are they going to feel comfortable just carrying the game by themselves. This is one of those games where he has to.
I mean, maybe it's a very difficult choice to make or hold that Whisper. First move from them, and then pretty much you were saying that the only one on edge to make plays is going to be Yudomi. We'll be able to get the skewer over the shards, and the snowball not connecting. Whisper's out, and he might go back in because they're starting to TP on Heroic. Lane ward drop. Pyke considering about stepping a bit forward. He's going to be cautious. Blink up in 5 from Whisper.
This is a BKB on Magnus. I don't know. Oh, okay. Another sacrifice.
And another D-ward in the smoke. Still going to be caught up to. It's 2 D-wards now. So with the map continuing to look dark for Dire.
Bit of a shellacking.
Is indeed.
This mid Phoenix, you know, it's just, you wanted to experiment, right? Experiment failed.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Experiment no good.
Experiment has not worked.
So yeah, this is on the thing that you were mentioning, right? Like, do we go for a hero that maybe is a little bit worse into the Monkey King inside the lane, but at least you could have a game afterwards. And we are seeing the decision for that not to be the case means you are very much all in on the lanes going well. And now that they haven't, Heroic can just move across the map at whatever they want. They're going to run into Pyke. A Stormhammer into the nuke. They'll get close in range with a snowball. Nicely done, but it's just going to set up for the ultimate RP, and they won't even need it. The counter is there for Vitali, but there's just no damage. The BKBs will protect you, but you've got KJ's, but didn't even use False Promise. I mean, Whisper goes down, which sure it's okay, but they're already showcasing how easy it is to kill the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, it's not even close, as you mentioned. Like, he has to get through this monkey, he has to get through the gyro, and False Promise not even used. Probably for the sake Whisper there, but a lot was going on there. KJ probably just didn't have the opportunity. Oh, Ricky had Shard, that's probably why. Because he can't use False Promise, so False Promise is going to be hard to use in general this game. But yeah, I mean, usually when your carry player dies and he's spamming the voice lines of haha, things aren't going great.
They're definitely not signs that I want to see. I mean, the fight recap we can't see now, but it was a perfect indication of how the game is potentially going to be. Like, Pyke. Okay, it's just Ricky dying, who cares? Pyke had like 8k damage dealt, and then everyone, I don't even know if anyone else had like over 1,000. So yeah, we saw it was not bad with the drinking buddies. He's gonna go Butterfly next on Pyke. What do we feel like is the decisions afterwards for him? Because I know Satanic has always been nice with Scepter, especially against the stuns as well, to maybe sustain. Do you need raw damage afterwards? Like, is it Butter Daedalus? Do you need to survive? What are you looking at?
He's gonna need the Butterfly, he's gonna need a Satanic, he's gonna need Daedalus, he's gonna need a Rapier.
Okay, but what about the order? Let's do the order first. It sounds like you're making out, like, I understand where you're going with, but what do we need for the next, like, what is the order for him?
I personally think the Butterfly is okay, but after the Butterfly, he's gonna need the BKB, because he is gonna just die to Sven because of the Vanquisher, people stunning him, doing 30% more damage. So, Butterfly, BKB, Satanic, Daedalus, into Defiant, Rapier. If you can get there, you got a chance.
They're going to try and TP back and contest this Roche, but Schofield's in a great position. They have the Observer Ward as well at the outpost, and Whisper up on the high ground. Yudomi may have got a glimpse of him, and they do. There's here Whisper. but they're far too late to put themselves in a position to contest Roshan. Heroic wants the call. It's a nice vacuum again for Vitali. Yuma's going to press his BKB over the left side. Pike is away from the team. The Supernova on the low ground is giving them some area control, but it's not enough by the looks of it unless Pike is able to surge away. He's okay. Another dive back over the top. They've been able to withstand the initial round of spells. They're going to be cautious because Whisper's still on the prowl. Another leap in, and he will snipe Pike on the escape. Would have been massive if the Gyrocopter was able to get away. He'll look to TP. Is there any cancel this? Not. TP's out right in their face. Whisper will live. We get a 1-for-1, and Age is claimed on Heroic.
I'm not super surprised, but I'm a little surprised, even though I get it, you're tanky on Sven, he didn't get the Aegis, but they gave it to Monkey King instead. But, you know, carry for carry trade, not too bad given the situation. That could have been a lot worse. The RP, I think, just barely missed the Gyrocopter. If the RP hits Gyro there, I think Sven doesn't die and you can get a clean disengage. So, pretty good for Edge. I mean, they've shown, even though they're down behind a lot in these games, that they can take one or good team fights and kind of make the game still look competitive. They needed quite a few more of those to go. Obviously, losing Pike there hurts a lot. And Pike did commit to the Pike early on. No surprise.
Yep, no surprise at this stage. Vitali's Darkseer in teamfights has been really solid. The one down bottom, he got a really good combo as well. And of course, that mid fight just ends. So 0-0-2, BKB for him. But unfortunately, like, your combination afterwards is not there this game.
Yeah, and Oracle, he's not sure what to use his ult on. He wanted to use on Schofield, but he had the smoke screen with the shard on it, make him untargetable. Then he started to get a little bit low. I'm not gonna say he panicked or anything, but he decided to just get off on himself. So I wouldn't rely too much on the false promise this game. I'm gonna be real with you here. Like, he's just gonna have to throw it on the first person he kind of sees. And that's just kind of, literally that's all the Ricky's doing this game. I mean, he's not really doing much else. He's just kind of making sure Oracle just can't throw a false promise. That's kind of his whole existence in this game. Not really doing any damage himself. But it might be enough, as you saw Sven did go down there, because Oracle did not have a target to use that on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We got a blink save as well now for Yudomi. He's been able to farm enough gold here for this item.
It's big.
We will see if he's going to be able to find the angle and put him in the positioning, though, to offer the saves inside the team fights too. PP's also working on a Hex, so you mentioned about the difficulty with them being able to start, especially in the early game. We'll see how the Hex can perform as this one goes on.
Yeah, he had a great egg in the last fight too, just right on the low ground as all the fight was happening on the high ground, so exactly what you want to see. Looks like an observer ward will be placed by Yudomi.
Let's see if they bait here. Nicely done from Michael, who's actually able to scout out, and they're going to see the tree. Yes, the team is relatively close, and yet Whisper. Oh, we pump fake the RP. Now going to be able to get the connection onto the Phoenix. Man, I was a little worried that he used RP accidentally, and they're going to be able to move up to him. Pike will have Vitali starting to tip him. Look at the angle from Yuma all the way on the backline. How did he get? He wasn't with the original go that they made. Pike is still able to dip out. Surge helps him escape to the high ground. Vitali will have it back up in a couple of seconds, so he's okay. But this game, it is continuing to look even more worse for Edge.
Clean disengage there. It would have been a disaster if Pike died there, but great surge by Vitali to get him out. Smoke screen to help him escape too. Their heroes are very good at running away, but we need to get to a point where they can run into them. Not going to be simple, but they decide now was the time. Smoked up.
It might get analog on me.
That ward's still there. They see him. I don't know if this Aegis matters, but yeah, it kind of does. He has BKB still, so maybe you can save a punch for later. You see Whisper.
Skewer's still on cooldown.
Yeah, he's caught, but that's your one stun.
Yeah.
So you have to get him in that one stun, or it's tough.
Move into position.
Meanwhile, Whisper, look at the toolkit he has. So if we're just going to compare Whisper versus Udomi. Like, obviously it's not fair. It's position 5 versus position 3, but like, look at the amount of stuns that he has with the horn toss and everything. And if you want to, you can throw into the equation Monkey King, Sven, Morta with Atos as well. All the control he has with the Force Staff going into even an Aghanim Scepter. The control difference is absolutely insane in this game. So you really do have to take some... You have to split these fights up somehow. You have to make sure Pyke doesn't get RP'd. I think that's rule number 1. If Pyke gets RP'd, the fight's just over. So someone else has to tank that RP. And he has to be able to hit. He buys SNY, so even if he does get stunned, I mean, inevitably he's like, okay, I'm going to get stunned. I'm surprised he went for this over BKB. Because the 15% status resistance, it's not a lot. It's pretty nerfed item. So if he gets stunned, I don't know if this is going to save him, but it does help him tank up a little bit. Still going to rely a lot on positioning here, so I think he realizes I can't go for a full defensive item. I can go for like a hybrid item, like a little bit of damage, a little bit of defense. And hopefully I survive with the Satanic and I get the extra health restoration bonus from the Sane Share that the BKB won't give me. He's looking to become the raid boss. But this next fight or two, without BKB, he's going to be much weaker. But I guess maybe in the long run, if he hits some Satanic timing, he'll be stronger there.
That's the late game, though. It is the long play for them, and the question, are we going to be able to make it? Because Heroic, they're actually going to smoke and go back through the portal once again. I thought they were going to stick around the Tormentor. They will look to reoccupy their own jungle. We're currently Edge opposition with a couple of members. They will go back towards their side of the map.
Yeah, they read this beautifully, but they're sitting on top of the wall. So if they can break a smoke here on Udomi, okay, they know exactly what's happening here. Should be able to blink out maybe. See? Oh, cool. On cooldown. So yet again, another support sacrifice. It's been the story of this game, right? It's either Michael or Udomi just dying to kind of like tank these smokings. What else can you do, right? You're not ready to 5v5, so you've got to send someone to break the smokes, and it's better to send your low net worth heroes than your cores. So just the state of the game, unfortunately.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
As we wait for probably the next Tormentor, which will be very, very soon. Wonder when they're going to add that to the UI. Just, you know, put another circle above Roshan for Tormentor.
Yeah, surely.
That's like the only thing that is like untrackable right now within the client. I guess you can't track, glyph cooldowns either. That's about it. Oh, and hero buybacks. There you go. There's your wish list to make those simpler.
All right, next.
Oh, we'll get there
next
eventually, you know.
cleaning. Yeah.
That's spring cleaning. It's just simplifying Dota, making it easier. Back in my day, we had to write all the timers down.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I hate doing math.
Start at the top. The Tormentor up looking for a fight. Dire are grouped up, so they're sick of just one support dying. They want a bigger fight. And they're gonna get in here, but unfortunately they're not gonna have the Ricky. He's blown up in a heartbeat. Analog as well. He's already on to the second support, and with how it started, they're looking to get out. He might be able to actually escape with a teleport. Now, did everyone else get out fast enough? Phoenix looks like he did.
Radiant's top tower
Pyke along with Vitaly were able to slip out of danger. So Ricky's gone, and Tormentor will slip into the hands of Heroic.
Man, this Sven is so farmed. It's disgusting. And they actually see the Phoenix down bottom. They're going to do Tormentor with minimum amount of heroes necessary. Whisper will get the Aghanim Shard. And Skewer gets more distance, I believe. And if you skewer them to trees, they do more damage
Sick.
or cliffs.
Very cool.
I don't know if
think
that'll
I've
come
ever
into
seen-
play this game, but
Yeah.
the range is
I've never
nice.
seen a mag do that.
Radiant are scared.
That used to be one of his facets. It's pretty funny. I was watching mags and pubs just trying to skewer you into trees in the laning stage. Bit of a grief.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem to with the Oh, they're gonna go for this. Oh, they're gonna go for it. Yuma.
Yep.
No hesitation. Plenty of damage with his net worth. The raw Daedalus damage is enough. Support's been dying, unfortunately. Now with the core dropping as well, it's going to give you 60 seconds to do whatever you want. And that looks like Roche is going to be the core second one of the game.
It's a big one too, because we've seen Edge get a lot of comebacks around these Tormentors, around these Roshans. But this game, I mean, they had the glimpse of hope in that one Roshan fight, but it wasn't really a win. And here, it's going to be a straight out. Phoenix dead for 50. Absolutely nothing to do to defend this Roshan. Rogue, they came to play in this grand finals. They want to continue to show that they are the team of the region that should be representing. All the way from the lower bracket, trying to do it the hard way. They're looking good in this game one.
Yeah. A real slip up from them. I mean, who's died actually?
Who died?
Whisper,
Let's point out the 3 players. Okay.
Schofield and Yuma. Yeah.
Whisper, Schofield, and Yuna. Shame.
Not good enough. Analog with 506 KDA with the rough lane matchup. Looked very, very good. We have Pyke's level 20 with the Satanic. Crit is now queued up.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
See if it's Daedalus.
he's all
approach,
in
what
this
he wants
game.
after.
Alright, he's chop shopping right now. He chopped up his Falcon Blade. He's keeping the Blade of Attack. He's shopping the rest of the components here.
Still needs a lot of time here for Pyke, unfortunately. Is there a talent for drinking buddies? There's no. Okay. Just a duration, actually, there is.
Yeah, duration's pretty big. Because the base duration's kind of low. 8 seconds is much better than 6. And Smoke's gonna come out. With the Falcon Blade chopped up, they're ready to go.
Nice. We're gonna get a glimpse of Analog inside the mid lane, jumping through the trees. See if they want to set up for him, actually. The pings are coming back out, anticipating him to maybe leap up to the high ground. He'll do just that. Oh, it's awkward. They get the vacuum down to the low ground. It wasn't a stun, though, so the beacon is out and Whisper's RP is also there. It's a really good supernova over the right side. It's going to get some vital kills. And importantly, Pyke is also standing strong. Finally, we see a team fight will go the way of Edge. Some sense of life from them. They won't get the TP out on the Oracle, but they will be able to strike back.
Analog was just, I don't know, in utter confusion of what to do there. He accidentally did not do the alt click on the Boundless Strike. He could have lived. Instead of helping his team and stunning before he died, right? For the Sven, he stunned out, trying to get out. The alt click wasn't on, so he just, unfortunately, just died and didn't even help his team in the process. These are the mistakes you need to see. Watch here. Analog, he goes in. He just decides not to get his ult off, which he gave him armor here. He doesn't know what to do here. Ends up just stunning out, but the ult click wasn't there. And like you're skewering away from your Sven too at the same time. A costly mistake, as it is late game, and Pyke somehow is on your high ground now.
He got a bunch of kills as well. So this Daedalus is actually coming out at a pretty quick rate. He's about to get it with some of the objective gold that we're going to see from him.
And I didn't even see how Yuma died so quickly there.
They're going to try and disengage 4-star Yuma. Both is up, but he doesn't want to activate it. So unfortunately, they will not get the barracks. But they would find the first tier 3 of the game.
Dota is a game of mistakes. Sometimes you just play the game out, you know? Lesson to everyone that plays pubs. Don't give up. Their opponents can make mistakes. You know, the later the game goes, the more punishing they are.
And what a punish for Dire. I mean, we're seeing.
Still pretty comfortable in this game, but you just have to look. This Gyro has no BKB. You're gonna have to just jump Pyke.
See if they're going to be able to find the angle behind. And do they get the read as well from Edge? They will smoke themselves. Looking to trail the creep wave and wanting to re-enter the triangle where they have a ward currently.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ike is in a position where he might be jumped first, either side.
There's your Domi though.
Smoke's about to pop. They're going to get the information. Yuma onto Vitali. BKB is going to be enabled and he's okay. Now PP wants to get the dive in early. BKB's out of Edge. They're going to try and run down Yuma. With the punches out, Yuma's going to be able to get enough life still back. It's looking like it might be the case, but once the BKB's out, he's gone. Burnt to a crisp once again, and Edge will lose no one. How are they doing this? Are they going to way to stop the TP? They won't. So KJ makes it out, but this is no buyback on Yuma.
And Whisper, he just farmed top wave during all of that. Like, just an incredibly awkward initiation from Yuma. Like, aren't you just supposed to wait for Whisper
Radiant's bottom
to just jump in with the Aghanim's and get an initiation? She has Ags, Aetherwinds. Why is Yuma just jumping in, trying to blindly initiate there? A vital mistake here. I mean, he has buyback here, but what is buyback gonna do? You got 36 seconds, no God Strength, and you're effectively dead for 30 more seconds here. And we saw this Oracle. He can do absolutely nothing in these fights. Ricky, he has one purpose in this game. Deny the Oracle from ever using False Promise, and it's working.
Radiant's
Wow,
But I have to say, these are big blunders from Heroic.
Yeah.
Just let your Magnus start. Please don't go with your carry first into no vision. Alright, Edge, they got the late game magic. Pyke in the late game? I mean, it's not just Pyke, of course, but his hero seems to be doing a lot and always at the top in the late game. His team is really good at enabling him. Of course, I oftentimes see both supports, especially Domi, just 24/7 playing behind Pyke, making sure he's doing well. Vitali, making sure the Surge is always there to bust him out of trouble. But this Edge team, they know how to play the late game.
That they do. And they're playing it incredibly well, even with the low net worth out of the other cores. We're still seeing the role from them. Vitali's been exceptional throughout some of the team fights. The eggs have been really solid from PP too. You know, with the difficult game of him being able to safely use the Supernova and no one to protect it. We are seeing that he's been able to provide the role they need from him so far. And this net worth lead, only 1,000 with the full set of barracks top and the range barracks taken mid.
And not ideal. I mean, Monkey King has a refresh orb too. Which, you know, hypothetically sounds cool, but his damage output isn't great. And the more we look at these late, drawn-out fights, it seem to be favoring Heroic, but maybe that'll change.
has fallen.
Maybe when Whisper gets his refresher, Monkey has his refresher, these fights might look a lot different. But for now, let's see if Edge want to push this one or not. Solar Crest, Drinking Buddies. A lot of damage.
Yeah, okay.
Look at that, Solar Crest and Drinking Buddies, man. On this gyro. This combination is showing to be really lethal in the late game.
Jeez.
I mean, honestly, it's been lethal the entire game. Laning stage has been great, but obviously it doesn't scale very well as Drinking Buddies has a flat damage increase. I mean, it's 110, but yeah, 110 damage for like 10 flak attacks is quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. We're seeing how much he's been able to do inside the fights, and he's not even at peak just yet. He's going to go Swift Blink next item once he eats the Scepter. And we are seeing Heroic right into a tailwind here. They are struggling to be able to get back out on the map, and Whisper's got Refresher queued up. We're going to have to see what he can do for them. He's still holding the gem, which can help a little bit with the vision, but he needs to be able to find that initiation.
Yeah, without a doubt, they need to start with Whisper. I mean, either Schofield or Whisper starts. Monkey King starting is okay too, just because if you bought a refresher, you know what I mean? you should be able to start. You just go and use your first BKB Wukongs, they go on you. Worst case scenario, you refresh, get out of there with your Boundless Strike Shard. Oracle heals you up, go back in with your next BKB. That works for me too. But I just don't want to see Yuma starting blind. I mean, if he wants to start the fight because he has vision on someone, by all means. But blindly blinking in, that's a big no for me.
So if he does have the vision on Yuma, who is the person that you would like to see jumped?
I mean, I think you'd love to just delete Tusk right away. That gets rid of Punch, gets rid of the Snowball save. That's a dream target, but even if it is just the Gyro, that's fine, because if they do come to save him, as long as you don't have to use your BKB right away on the Sven, sure, use Snowball, but after the Snowball, what are you snowballing into? Potentially a Monkey King ultimate, an RP. Save might not really do much for you in that situation. And Gyro, he's doing 500 damage. Goodness.
Oh man.
With the drinking buddies, of course. 500 damage AoE when he has drinking buddies on him. Assuming he doesn't crit as well on the main target.
Let's go. Do himself for a second. They're going to try and get the jump. Pike is in with the damage up, but there's plenty for Yuma. Will now be able to activate it, but he doesn't get any life steal back.
I mean, Mag isn't there either. He's farming top. Monkey King's not either. He's farming bot. And you don't even have a BKB on Pike, so he's like, I don't care. I have 0 BKBs. He didn't even bother ulting. All that was just a man fight. And one Sven cannot win into this Gyrocopter, just given the network disparity. Plus, this Tusk continuously solar cresting.
Whisper's got to do it. He's got to do it for them. It just completed a refresher here. So we're seeing him being able to carry games for Heroic so far. They got a smoke though. Right. Under the daytime, it's going to be difficult to find that initiation. It's the last barracks. Whisper has to go, and he's got to do it now. There's one sewer back. Have we got the second inside the base? Does it even get him close enough? It does, but Pike's able to force stuff out. That was a all or nothing play, and you didn't even get him inside. What have you got now for the defense? Mega creeps are online. Voice lines are out as well. They'll lose your Domi, but Edge, they know they can get a little bit more damage done.
Sven back in 20. Maybe you don't get Megas here. I mean, sorry, you don't get the throne, but you've got Megas. But honestly, at this point, just end the game. That's refresher used on Magnus. He has one more RP. Just didn't end up using it there, I guess?
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, Analog was on had the memo of that he's just gonna use the Wukongs on top of the RP, and they're just gonna use like double RP, and Analog will try and kill him. But Whisper's idea was, I'm gonna get you in the fountain. A little bit not on the same page here.
Why? I'm surprised why he didn't double RP inside the base, because if it was, he would have also dragged him further in with his angle of the map. I guess. Yeah,
wasn't perfectly executed. That's all there is to it.
20 to 9.
Or the Pike may have just piked him too. He got the separation.
He did force out. There was a window where. Anyway, it's a costly one. I mean, you take a look at the killers and you would not expect it to be mega creeps for Edge, but they have a 5,000 net worth lead, Aegis onto the Phoenix. You've got Refresher as well now given over to Vitali.
Why not? This Edge team just showing in this region that their late game decision making so far above every other team. Maybe you can get them in the early game, but they're going to play the game out. And they're going to force you to make mistakes. They're going to create windows of opportunity. Now, let's try again.
Okay, great counter initiation. They're going to be able to have all the AoE damage off the back of Pike's Gyrocopter. But the Monkey will be able to protect himself. Leaps over to the far right side with the Wukongs. Meanwhile, Yuma as well is getting kited. He does get the stun at the last second, so Yuma's going to be able to bring one person on the grave. KJ does find the 4 problems, but a second vacuum war from Vitali, and all the right clicks from Pike sends them down. Yuma should drop without a buyback, and Pike is still left standing with the Aegis.
Pressure up in 15 seconds. They got to get Pike into the fountain here. And they do it. They gotta wait 8 seconds. Probably go now after Whisper.
They gotta go soon. They've got Glyph, I suppose.
Let's try.
There's the first. Atos is out. He pops a refresher for the BKB. Can he get him back in a second time? He will be able to do so finally. So this time it will work out. But
got
can
Skewer
you
here
keep
too.
him inside? He can blink over the Skewer. Also buys a Ghost Scepter to make sure he does not die to the Flat Cannon AoE. Mike will do his best. It's gonna be a rapier drop. He's got a fucking rapier. He pulled out. If he dies, he might just walk him, but they've got the throne. Oh my god. Welcome to the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen, of the qualifiers for the road to the international. This is...
So this is gonna be his first melee hero. So, I'm not saying he can't play melee heroes, but does this mess with the dynamic of what the team is used to be playing with? We'll have to see. He's gonna have free farm in this game, and the difference between Sven compared to all the heroes that I did mention, you don't have to commit to any fight. You can always just stay in the back, decide how the fight's going, slowly but surely. Once you want to commit, then you can just get in there with your hero. But Sven's a different beast. Sven is a hero that is full commitment. Once you're in, you're pretty much in. And some Schofield actually just ate a mango. Typing or something, I don't know. But minus one mango.
Oops.
Or maybe it's just hungry.
30 seconds to
I don't know.
Sorry, buddy. Doesn't work like that.
Yuma? Oh, you can't have this death. Not after that game one. Oh no.
Yeah. And that is a souvenir as well for the lane.
Rogue Knight claims another stun.
This has not been Yuma's tournament. And Schofield just smoked here. Challenging Pike to come in for this rune.
begins.
Nothing will come of it.
Yep. 2 for 2, but with the first blood that does go over towards Udomi. Apologies, with the Ringmaster. And let us see now. Already thinking that the lane's going to be pretty solid for Yuma. But I'm concerned on the later levels and how you can play into the Death Prophet along with the Tiny. Do you also see this concern that I'm mentioning about, the potential dives under the tower through the later stages in this lane? Or do you feel like the Ensnare and maybe another support rotation is enough to stop that aggression?
Oh yeah, it definitely can happen. It can help on both sides, so like clock and rotate and kill the DP too, so they both have to be a bit careful.
Should there be then more importance on trying to ward by the Twin Gate if this is something that we're expecting?
Oh yeah, I think that could be very, very clutch here, but more important, it's going to be the lane equilibrium. And that's why you saw at level 1, they blocked the wave all the way back. Runes are going to be super important this game too for the mid laners. See who can get what.
And 2 fresh mid laners for us as well with the Puck and the Void Spirit. We haven't covered a Void Spirit game, and maybe we got 1 Puck game, but we have not been seeing a whole lot of Puck at the moment as well.
In a meta where like Shadow Shaman was so good, it's hard to pick Puck. But it's been getting banned, so it's a great Puck game as you mentioned, and already doing some work against the Void Spirit.
Yeah, I wonder what the build is going to be for Analog with the Void Spirit. Been seeing some people go. What happened to Scofield's code randomly died mid lane? I don't know what was happening there, but yeah, we've been seeing Void Spirits like just going Scepter first, which is the classic. Sometimes previously it was a Mage Slayer into the Scepter. We'll see the decision from Analog. I've seen in the past also just a very odd games, the Orchid as well into this Puck matchup. Not suggesting that, but just something that I think the hero does have a lot of versatility. Very much helps because you're universal.
I miss the Yule's Void Spirit, where you just get a Yule's and kill Puck every time. Not good anymore, unfortunately. The other ones are just very expensive alternatives. That's why we don't see Void Spirit too much. But top lane Whisper. Any more daggers to be thrown, and it connects. Should be a kill. Good.
Maybe get in front of the creeps.
Eventually.
Has he got the movement speed? He does. So he should be able to catch up to Whisper. And like you said, another stun. They're going to be able to use it to get the kill.
Yeah, I didn't see he had the Helm of Iron Will
Bottom
already.
as well.
that armor.
KJ also going to give up a kill by the looks of it. Yuma might be able to find Michael, however. He's got a stick
Miss?
charge.
Oh, he misses.
And now Yuma might be in danger, actually. Vitali gets blocked by the creeps a little bit. Doesn't have another creep swarm with lacking the mana. So Yuma takes a full brunt to the force from DP's spells.
I mean, Yuma can't catch a break this game. Like, he would have traded for the tiny kill if he didn't miss uphill. I'm frustrated for him. I don't know if he's actually frustrated, but I'm frustrated for him.
Yeah. So
Are fortified.
we'll see what he's going to be able to do, though, to get them back in. Top lane, they're putting a lot of pressure on with a dive under the tower. This will force out a TP out of Michael. And now Whisper as well. He's going to be chased down, and Whisper TP'd back to the lane. They're going to get both.
Yikes.
Michael's rotation, double kill for the Tiny.
That was kind of like an all-in play. Like, they just wanted to win the lane, right? But with the tiny TPN, they went from going to winning the lane potentially to automatically forfeiting the lane. That is a full treads now, if you kind of look at Sven. After that play, he went from no items to treads completed. Lane pretty much over.
Yeah, they're both walking back. So for no point in him being here, what's he gonna do? So we'll hold his TP. So Pyke's gonna free farm like we saw Yuma free farm in the previous game. And while Michael is getting chased down off the back of coming through the portal, nice blocks from KJ. Looks to toss away. Yeah, Yuma can TP if he wants to, and he will.
Yeah, but he TP'd to his tower with 10% mana and 30% health. This bot lane, you were hoping to win it, but you are not.
Alright, Analog, what can you do? You are also having a very good time mid. It's getting a little bit better now for the Park. The early couple of levels were very much favoring him. He had like a 10 last hit advantage. Now PP is starting to catch up a little bit. And with the side lanes not going well for Heroic, it might make it difficult for them to bring supports to rotate to try and secure the power runes. Pyke is also top lane going to miss the full wave under the tower because he sees an opportunity to get a couple of kills. Michael's going to be here once again. Whisper is gone. Third death of the game. Schofield trying to get up to Yodomi with the souvenirs and not enough. But it is a 2-for-1. Michael's on a killing spree. 3-0-3 on the Tiny.
This edge versus throat matchup oftentimes is skewed by Michael just sitting in the safe lane while Vitali, look at him, he's free farming bot. Yeah, you move your Tiny out of this lane, but he doesn't care. In fact, Vitali is just chasing down this Lina. If he wants to, he can chase this Lina down and kill her. And he's like, you guys gonna TP? You guys gonna TP? You gonna TP? Well, alright, guess not. But if she wanted to commit for that, she could have got that kill. May have been a mistake to not do so, actually, as she chased it anyway.
Yikes.
I mean, she had another siphon. She could have 100% committed there, so... Vitali was a little bit like, huh? Are they really not reacting? And just kind of bamboozled himself there into a death. That's huge, though.
Pyke's here. Oh, okay, yeah, Radiant had a ward by the Twin Gate, so they saw Pyke come through the portal, so Yuma had to TP all the way away, and Dire Scan will go red, so they know that something's going on. Unfortunately for KJ, he's going to be surrounded. There are 4 heroes here, apparently, and a carry as well. Pyke, he'll be able to do it solo by himself.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, really wanted to defend that 7-minute wisdom. It wasn't even like they're getting 2 or anything. It's just not something you see all the time for your carry player, but no big deal. He gets a kill. He's back to top via the gate. And now he can be like, hey guys, I'm going AFK farming now. I did my job. I participated. Darkseer is caught up in CS. Helm Dom online.
And he's second in net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's Darkseer stuff. Oh, he got a kill as well. Who did? I guess it was when that little fight was going on before.
under attack.
Okay, so first Exo is going to help secure the tier 1 tower down bottom. It will mean that one of the supports has to stick around. So you've got an advantage in numbers, and that's going to help Analog get a arcane rune as well.
It's a good one. Nice rune. Yep, just trade of towers. Curious on what Darkseer is going to be able to do on the map with this Helm Dome.
Yeah, very interesting build. Are we seeing other Darkseers do this?
I've seen a few, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
got
Neutral
denied.
denied.
Yeah, so I know Whisper did it in the previous series, so we'll see it again from him. I think he even went Orc at that game too, so we'll have this one to help address the potential puck issues that they're going to have.
Yeah, that's a build and a half, huh?
It's definitely an interesting Darkseer build. This is a... It's just farming up aggressively inside Dai's jungle. He's going to come back and look to try and counteract this as well. So Whisper's done a great job to be able to at least find a way to have some net worth in the early game. And it's not just some net worth, it's second in net worth. Yuma as well is not too far behind. He's got the Javelin already. Going to start to work into the Mithril Hammer.
Yeah, what happened to this Void Spirit? He was doing really well, but somehow fell off on the net worth. I mean, he's still farming okay, but a little surprised. Maybe he just needs to find a kill. Maybe just for Darkseer and Scanner is still far ahead. Speaking of being ahead on this event,
Oh my
great
god.
vacuum.
Oh, so frustrating. Yeah, I think the Void can have a bit of a weird stage in the game once the lanes dissolve. Is he going to be okay? Maybe he can toss out to break the coil. Won't be able to find it. No, Analog's going to be fine. One more Astral Step. Gets over to the other side.
Yeah, he's pretty tanky. Because he gets like the all damage barrier from Sanctuary. Allows him to just kind of like tank up a bit. And with this Scepter build too, you have early Ogre Axe. It's probably going to go into an early point booster. Even if it gets coiled. Usually survivable enough towards the end of it where he's getting a Dissimulate or potentially Astral Step off. It's really going to be offensive power when he does get that Agnums. The Silence will be able to shut this puck down pretty hard in these earlier engagements. And there's no real item you want to itemize as a puck to really deal with the silence that comes out from the Void Spirit. Because they're such short silences. Wheel of Wonder, a little bit off.
And Yodomi. Yeah, rare mistake or miss from him. We see him always be very reliable in the Ringmaster spellcasting, and Whisper as well is also going to be able to avoid the gank from Michael. So 3 heroes from top, still from edge. I mean, Pike is continuing to love this as he's getting a bunch of farm. But we are seeing... It also... I mean, Vitaly's going completely uncontested down bottom too. Would you say this honestly favors the status of this game? Anyone in particular?
I don't know if it favors... I would say Dire a bit. Just because your Sven is free farming. The Lena's a little behind. Your Death Prophet, who should have been countered as an early pick, is doing well. Domi, goodbye, my friend. There's no getting out of that one. But Pike, not sure what he was doing. I think... Oh, he got mana. So Yodomi used mana boots on him before he died, so...
Hey, buddy.
Very cool. But yeah, I think Sven is always happy with a slow early game.
Hello? Has to leap over to try and secure with Rune, but now he's in a lot of danger. He's Puck in danger.
Right,
We're
Whisper.
seeing the strength of Analog, this Void Spirit hero, not even getting close to dying. And Pike as well looking to show up very early on with the God Strength. Doesn't really bring Schofield close to death.
I mean, Whisper too with the double Ion Shell, vacuum into Centaur War Stomp. It's huge. Who needs a Centaur on your team with Darkseer when you can make your own?
I was gonna say almost fades a creep, but doesn't.
He did that on purpose
Towers.
to waste their time because he made a new one. It's not a good creep though.
Oh, it's
I wonder
kind
why
of
he
crap.
did that. Helm Dome coming out? Ah, that's why. Nope, it's not why. Who knows?
It was okay.
Thought that Centaur would have some value. Oh, there's
Maybe the
another
value
centaur.
is just...
It's okay. It's just
Oh, I see,
another one
I see,
spawned
I
up
see.
there.
Middle tower is under attack.
Because he's deciding to go for Orchid instead. But he doesn't even want it.
No, not the centaur.
He wants to
just
ensnare,
wrecked
I
it.
guess.
True. Okay.
See what the ensnare can do here.
Damn it.
Orchid up.
So,
Oh, the souvenir though? Not enough.
what? You can...
Wait, how did he? You can use souvenirs
what?
while silenced? I didn't
I
know
did
that.
not know that. Okay, what is that? What does that
That
mechanic?
doesn't sound. That doesn't sound
No,
fair.
it really. How does that work? Okay. Right, 2,000 net worth lead.
We get a
Alright, done a
replay of that.
very
I
good
want to break
job.
that down and then
You
submit.
want to break it down?
Gabe Newell.
I don't think Gabe cares. I don't... Analog?
You know, he
Yeah,
might
no,
respond
great jump
nice. You never know.
True, maybe.
What else could you get in life other than Gabe responding to your emails? That's all I want for validation.
Yeah. So you haven't had him respond to your emails yet?
I haven't sent him one yet, to be honest.
Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, me and him are best friends. I gotta, we go back and forth in emails.
The emails, yeah, back and forth.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure.
emails, you know, it's...
It just gives you some one-liners. You write him a blog.
No,
and he
no,
just
no,
says,
no, no,
nice,
no, 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 no.
cool.
We're not like that, we're not like that.
Sure, sure,
Is under attack.
We homies.
of course.
I've been on the yacht before too. At 6 to 8, 2,000 net worth lead for Heroic. Done a very good job to call this game into their lead, in fact. A lot of it coming down to some minor kills onto supports. We're seeing the map, them start to play a little bit more aggressive. Schofield and Whisper together. And these are the two that we were highlighting to start the series. And they're putting in a lot of work now. Whisper feeling very confident to be running aggressively. It's a very cool build I'm seeing so far with the Helm Dome. He's doing a lot with it.
Yeah, this is a really active Darkseer. So
Are scattered.
Mid lane? Coil out. Is this really going to work? They'll try with the Wheel of Wonder, but the damage, it needs to come through somewhere else. Maybe the extra control from Vitali. It's going to be close, and it is. They actually got him this time. And now as the result, the tower's
Oh,
going to go down as well.
Whisper.
Pike top lane. Whisper ate the stun. He just ran forward, not expecting Pike to be there. And the stun on the wave, he... Oh, no.
and that was right when God Strength was running out too. So he used that whole God Strength to farm. And I was just going to comment on this Whisper build. It's really good for brawling in early game, but it does not give you much scale, and it does not give you, as you just saw there, any survivability. As he gets chopped down in 5 hits there from Pike. And not only was it him dying, his creep also went down there too. So this is definitely one of those Darkseer builds where you die once or twice, and you're like, huh, I've got no utility for my team. I have no survivability. Very snowbally, and that death, it hurts. It hurts a lot. That's a solo kill.
Yeah, level 14 now on Pike compared to the 12 on Yuma. Who is, with the farming accelerant and the boots of travel, starting to get a lot out of the map there. I actually want to group as 5 mid lane. Analog with the Scepter. So they're trying to get back in this game off the past couple of sequences that favored Edge, and well, this kill without a doubt is going to be a good way to start that. Pike has got no one nearby, and they'll lock him inside the cogs. They'll make him work for it. Analog actually has to come over just to help to get the kill.
Big kill. Really big kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
I mean, it's actually interesting. If you kind of look at his bag, he does have enough for BKB. But if he would have like dissembled it right there, it would have dropped on the floor. And that would have been a disaster, so BKB
That
is...
would've been rough.
But BKB is completed, more or less, here. But, you know, he's only 500 away. Probably don't disassemble the Echo and just farm it up. And you'll have both available to you. But either way, much, much needed kill. But it's going to get harder and harder to kind of deal with this Sven once this BKB is up. So that was actually a critical kill. Try that kill 2 minutes from now. It's going to be much more difficult. because that BKB will be online.
Which that is just an illusion, but you do get the double damage rune onto PP's Puck, who is going to go Shard into the Yule Scepter next,
Bottom tower is
needing a way to protect himself against the double silence that Radiant are playing with. Nice against the Ensnare as well if it ever lands. Bottom tower is going to go down. So look, Heroic trying to start clumping together once again from what we saw previously with the mid push. And now what is the call? Because Tormentor is going to be up in a minute 30. We may have an objective even beforehand as well. Vitali 2 points in the EXO. They're looking to try and bring down Roshi. They're pretty hesitant though. They have great ways to scout. Naga illusions, rocket flare. Is this really a spot you want to fight into all the AoE from Heroic? It could be a really, really bad call. Oh, I don't know. This is risky.
Half HP? Does he want to use God Strength for this?
Vitali's now super weak as well. Of course, he can heal himself back up.
They smoke.
And they're going to force a fight. They recognize they cannot take a fight inside the pit with all the AoE combo. Michael's going to be able to get the initiation. Toss back. If they can blow up the Dark Seer, it's massive. But KJ keeps him alive. The Wheel of Wonder is going to be used. Does it give them a little bit of extra space to disengage? It will not do that. The combo is beautiful. They are all so weak. And surely they can get the kill. Surely they can find them, right? Yuma's now in danger. They surround the Lina. And how did only one person die? It was so close. Maybe Analog, once the spells are going to come back up, he's got another round of the Astral Step. They need a way to close their distance. Schofield's going to be nearby as well. Ducking in and out of the Roche Pit. Pike with the BKB on cooldown could be a little bit vulnerable. Going to be able to get the jaunt over to the right side. Once again, Analog. But they're just not going to have the damage against Vitali. No, Pike, they've got nothing. Warcry will help protect Pike. They're going to try and go through with the magic. You'll accept the last second. Close. Pike's got another round of the stun. Can it get it off with the assistance of PP? They're going to lose Analog as well. Pike lives on a slither of health. And what could have been a messy fight for Edge, somehow they win out against the team fight combo and Radiant.
I mean, it was a great back wall, but like, there was just nothing on top of it, right? Like, Lina wasn't quite there. You don't have a big combo in general. It's not like they were cogged in there, so sure, you met 5 heroes for back walled, but no follow-up whatsoever, so they're able to walk out. Void Spirit did some damage, but not enough to even kill the Tiny at the beginning of that fight there. They kited out. Spend BKB just stuns Selena, kills him. Unfortunately, Yuma was just shy of a recipe of the BKB there, so maybe that changes the fight as well if Yuma does have BKB. We'll have to see. Really close fight as Roshan will waddle bot lane at half HP.
Oh, dude, it's so sad with this.
See you later. And I wonder... Okay. +1.
+1 indeed. Second onto a support. A little bit too late for the Wisdom contest, though. What do they think about Roche?
There is 4.2k gold on Whisper. Wonder what he's saving for. BKB it is. Alright, just buys out a full BKB. I mean, you're against a lot of silences and stuns, so... Checks out. This is like the Battle Darkseer build. His hero actually hits hard. But he went for hard of battle. He didn't even go for the right-click Darkseer. So...
True.
He's going to be a little bit faster.
He's got the greedy enchantment too. Wants the GPM, he wants the farm. Another fight around the objective. Michael gonna run up the high ground blindly. Links in though, sees Schofield. The cogs makes it difficult for them to walk up the stairs. Michael should go down without having to commit too heavily. Just to coil onto one as well. Schofield, nice hooks over the right side, making it a little bit difficult for Sven to be able to get any damage out. Pike's getting kited. Once the song expires, are they going to get in for the damage onto the Pike? It looks like it's close and they'll find him. Analog also slips out of danger. Pike's blink is not up and available, so Heroic find 2. And making even an extra as Whisper runs into Udomi to close out the engagement.
I mean, I haven't seen this before. Like, this is like a carry Darkseer. Normally the Darkseer, we saw last game, right? Just playing the fights, helping his team. Whisper is doing what I feel like is most of the damage in these fights. I guess, no, he didn't do the most damage. He did the second most. The Void Spirit did a bunch, but he's just cleaning up the kills. I mean, Yuma not even having to do too much yet in this game. Feels like the Darkseer is doing way more than I feel like a Darkseer should be doing in a game of Dota. This itemization is a little bit crazy. Just Orchid BKB, just punch people.
Even without the utility on Whisper, they're not struggling at all in team fights. Like, it doesn't look close at all.
Yeah, King Jungle's a great Song disengages. They're not really using Song to win the fights. They're just using it to get some clean disengages. As this will be an Aegis for Tormentor exchange.
Another thing to mention with that fight is Schofield hookshot the Sven and used him as well. So Pyke was completely, it was like 5-6 seconds of control. We did not see him at all inside that team fight.
That's the Schofield effect. You look back at that one game where Schofield
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
played Tusk versus Parker Troll. He's really good at kiting these carry players.
Do you feel like the team fights are that hard for Edge from what we've been seeing recently, or if they execute, is it a little bit different?
I mean, execution is not necessarily easy, right? Like, maybe Tiny is going to be the best option for that, but who are you going to initiate on as a Tiny this game? Like, you want to find Lena, but she's just so far back. Whisper has a BKB, Void Spirit's nigh impossible to toss back, just given how his hero's functioning right now. I mean, maybe it's possible if you can get a silence on him, but Manta's going to be very soon.
So I guess I should ask, in a perfect world then, with execution being on either side, how do we feel like the lineups interact with each other at the team fights at the moment? Because it does look like Heroic are at the moment favored in this area.
Yeah, so basically, Naga we've seen every fight, right? Has been winning the fights by pressing Song. Hold up real quick. PP. Bye-bye. Alright, just a pick there. You need BKBs. So when Song goes off, you can still press Coil and commit to a hero. And it looks like they're going to do that. PP has a BKB queued up. We also have a BKB queued up on Vitali. So once you get these BKBs, you can maybe full commit for heroes. But until then, this Song has been way too good at disengaging.
Another pickup by the looks of it, Udomi. Actually gonna get some TPs in, so Pyke quickly finds the clockwork. What do they want to do off the back of this Song? Vitali's actually going to commit with the Exorcism as well, and I think as soon as they see that, they're going to try and disengage, but KJ didn't TP out in time, and everyone else didn't run away. Analog is silenced. He's going to be able to get rid of it. Is any more control afterwards? Double Astrocep, and he gets plenty of distance away.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone. Is it just me or Sven not turning red when he God Strengths?
Yeah, for me, he's not red as well. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. I mean, he glows a little. I wonder if that's a cosmetic or just a visual bug. If that's a cosmetic.
Maybe a visual bug? I swear
That's a
I saw
cosmetic.
him
I need that because that's paid to win.
that is actually paid to win. Don't have that, but that definitely feels very pay to win.
I'll investigate later.
Heroic, what do we want to do? Minute 30 left on the Ages, starting to swing 3 heroes towards top. You've also have Yuma that's gone through the portal as well, so it looks like maybe they're wanting to continue to play pretty aggressively and maybe get a T2 tower off the back of the remaining Ages time.
Yeah, really close game. Gem online for the Death Prophet. We've got the fast Gale Guard, the alert Gale Guard, the mystical Essence Ring. Neutral items are coming in for the Dire Squad.
They want to try and take the fight. Michael with the initiation with a quick blow up. Numbers disadvantage is now favoring Heroic, and now Yuma's positioning is also compromised.
Got an Aegis
So they'll get him
BKB.
without committing too heavily.
What
How
can
do
you
they
do
set up
now?
on the second life? Michael, Blink's going to cancel with the trail. Whisper's going to be able to find the vacuum as well. Pike looking to slowly move forward. It's so hard with the surge on Whisper. The trail making it difficult for them to close the
BKB
distance,
on
but PP
Whisper.
doesn't have to worry about that. Now, he's got the orb to move freely inside the team fight, so that is a massive, massive kill. Wicked sick goes to PP's Park.
Radiant are scanning.
This is just the edge magic, man. You're fighting into an Aegis. This looks like an orchestrated push coming from Heroic. And yet you find yourself in a precarious spot here.
Dire's
Having to die immediately on Yuma, BKB TP out is the call there. Schofield dying immediately in the fight. There's a gem online for Vitali, so he's gonna be able to sweep across the map here, deward any vision that you might have on their side of the map. And more importantly than that is, I was a little afraid for Vitali maybe in that fight. Potentially you can turn on Lena, get a kill on her, take the gem. Maybe that was a possibility in that fight, but now that BKB is going to be online for this next fight, how are you going to kill any of these cores right now? BKB on Puck, BKB on Death Prophet, BKB on Sven. And of course, Sven also giving this Warcry armor to his entire team, specifically this DP with Warcry. It's going to be very difficult to burst. So the later this game goes, the scarier it kind of looks for the side of Heroic.
Oh man, you don't want to hear that if you're a Heroic fan, especially with seeing what happened last game and Edge's late game execution, which you have heavily praised. And not only that, but Pike's late game execution and ability to carry.
I mean, Pike is already up to a Daedalus now too. The only thing he can really do left at this point is replace this Mask of Madness and his boots. Looks like he's going to choose to potentially upgrade his Blink first, wanting to hang on to that 110 attack speed that the Mask of Madness does provide. And I was going to comment on all the neutral items that were picked up from the Dire Squad. It's like Gale Guards on top of Essence Rings, just survivability really, as it looks like King Jungle's.
And also
again,
down at the bottom as well, another person, Yudomi, caught out from Heroic, so they will at least be able to find a pick-off, I believe.
He supports posture so aggressively.
Okay, so neutral items, you were saying?
I'm just saying there's like all these defensive survivable, like if you don't get the burst right after the song, it feels like the counter initiation is just too strong. So yeah, everyone's just kind of like building these items to help them survive, be a little bit more tanky. Knowing after the song vacuum, if you can get a clean disengage, that's how you're gonna win these fights.
So, well, Daedalus without a doubt is going to at least assist with some of the damage that is missing. Analog, he's super poor though. This is not going to be some like late game Void Spirit unless he gets a couple of streaks given over to him. He's really struggling at the moment. It was not too far behind the puck, but in a position at this stage, like for them to win this game with the damage issues, feels like you needed him to have a better game. And he might get jumped actually. Pike, they're going deep behind the tower. So this
August
time the
dead
support
again.
positioning, it's okay, but it's just a high ground ward.
I mean, they can just rush in like that because now that they have the BKBs online, this Naga sleep that has been winning Heroic every single fight just doesn't really have the same effect anymore. And this isn't going to be like some Naga plus like, for example, Enigma, right? Where you can just sleep into Black Hole and your BKBs don't matter. If she sleeps to engage, not very useful. Can't really sleep to disengage either. So Naga's effectiveness in this game has just been kind of like snuffed out.
And they're snuffing out Whisper as well. They saw him with the Observer ward. If he doesn't get
He's
out
surge
now,
on his creep, so that's gonna be down for a little. And this is not where you want to run, Whisper.
it's not. Michael's going to find him. And Pike's nearby as well. No hesitation with the God Strength. 1700 crit to put him 6 feet under. Whisper was carrying them through the early game, but 6 deaths he has is going to slow down some late game opportunities for him with the Hex to maybe assist. And this is starting to look out of reach, honestly. 2,000 net worth lead, it's not a lot, but if this team fight goes awry...
I mean, they're smoking with no God Strength. I say no God Strength, but yeah, it's down 3, 2, 1. It's gone, but they want to fight without it.
Found him. Gonna also get the taunt as well. Yuma's gonna be so cautious of his positioning. Will play pretty defensive. Unsure of where Michael along with the Sven is. So doesn't want to reveal his current location, and they also maybe don't want to fight without Whisper just yet. They will have a bit of a window when Whisper respawns before the God Strength is back up.
I mean, Schofield played that perfectly, to be honest with you. He just used the Rocket Flare to cancel the Sven's blink into the cogs there. And plus, he's itemized in a way where he's very difficult to kill. He's got Ghost Scepter, Yules, Solar Crest. This is what Schofield does. This is what he does. He buys the cheapest items that give him the most survivability.
Such an annoying build. Oh my god. Well, another thing is like Puck late game. I just saw a Witchblade on him now.
Plasma?
And this guy also
yeah.
could just be... sorry, Plasma, apology. Yeah, this guy could also just be the ultimate late game hero. Like, we're talking about the Sven, who is level 24, but PP really doesn't have anything he should be consuming at late game. Maybe, you know, the Blink Hex and Whisper. Okay.
I mean, he's definitely going to scale way more than Whisper is. Void Spirit could scale as much as a Puck, though, but... we mentioned he's the lowest net worth of all the cores, but maybe a kill or two. I mean, he just needs to get to the items, right? If he ever does get to the point where he has the items from Void Spirit, his scaling is just as good as the Pucks. But he's just got to get there, and Nullifier is his next choice. We'll see if he gets up to it. Lena as well. I think she really wants a Satanic, even though the Daedalus is up. Can't really man-fight the Sven yet until we do have a Satanic online here.
Look at this angle. Full wraparound, but Whisper as well. Now, do they see him? Smoke's gonna pop. Do they blind jump? They do. They're gonna jump off the high ground, get the toss. And what a massive initiation. EXO even popped from Vitali. They won't find anyone else, but
Roche.
They're happy with that because they can just look to go for Roshan. Whisper will not have a way to rejoin them to force a potential fight. He's gone without a buyback.
Yeah. And Pike TP's top the lane out knowing Roche will come. But then now you have to do this Roche knowing that Schofield is clockwork.
Instant BKB from him. He's not going to mess around. They'll try and get the toilet up.
BKB
Solo
during song.
reset the fight. A bit
Not so
awkward
BKB
here.
though.
Oh,
Okay.
my Jesus Christ. Oh my.
You got Yules, you got
Two
Ghost
hit.
Scepter, it doesn't matter. Now that's Roche for sure. I mean, Lena wasted BKB. Clockwork's dead, that's a big one. Gives you vision, no song. Say goodbye to Roshan. Wonder who's gonna take it.
Yeah.
Maybe Puck? Yeah, Sven's an item where his items are so delicate that an Aegis can actually make you weaker on this hero. Like if you drop your Mask of Madness, you don't have damage anymore, and all of a sudden you can't get that one kill during your BKB that you needed, and now all of a sudden your whole team's dead as you're respawning. Doesn't feel good, so. I'm okay with this, and I don't think they have any plans of really going high ground either. No point. Well, maybe in some ultra late game situation, if Pike wants to hit the high ground, he'll take it. But for now, give it to the Puck. He's got Gem too, so Aegis Gem. That's obnoxious. You can go anywhere on the map that you want to assist Puck, and just go D-Ward. And we've kind of seen it in this game. Like the vision's been a problem. Like Whisper's sitting behind the cliff. I mean, he didn't have a ward of his own, right? Maybe I was thinking, oh, he's trying to break the smoke, but the smoke broke, but he had no idea because there was no vision on that high ground for himself.
I think with how everyone else was posturing, is they just were not expecting the wraparound. They were sending Naga illusions down the stairs at the Roche pit. They used the Aether Remnant as well to try and read the smoke, but they did not, of course, get the read that it was coming through the mid lane past the T1 tower.
And this Puck has just been dewarding the entire map, so as far as vision goes for the Radiant, you've got one defensive ward in your triangle area. And that's it. I mean, just placed a brand new ward top side of the map to the north, but... And there's another ward that was placed bottom, but this one might get deleted right now, but it's still alive for now. Radiant has some vision. They just pinged on the Sven in their jungle. If they can keep that ward alive, it would be huge, but Yeah, they still didn't get it with the Jim. Jim didn't see it, so maybe that can provide some vision for maybe potentially smoke around play. We'll have to see, but
Oh, Schofield.
Schofield.
Happens to call. It's not even going to be needed because Michael
toss back?
leaping in along with Pike. Lets the Ghost Scepter off for the last second, but he
No
will still
buyback.
go down, and yeah, that's a bit of a cost. Look, it just gets enough gold.
Okay. Debated. No, bye.
Whisper tipping into Michael as well. Another
Okay.
person's going to be tossed
Michael's
back.
dead though.
Whisper activates the BKB. They've lost one. PP as well, almost dying. You do get the buyback out of Schofield.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You also get the banner, so that's something. And they got the D ward now on that ward.
Okay.
Is under attack.
And these wards are such a limited resource for the Radiant squad. This gem has just been paying dividends.
Love what I'm seeing though for Heroic, and I think the lead for them to stall this game out. You know, the Void Spirit shoving the T2 tower top. You've got the Naga Siren illusions that are starting to cut the wave. You have the abilities to maybe stall the game, you know, also with the Helm Dom. And we spoke about late game, you know, their items, we're looking for Hex on Whisper. You're getting close to Nullifier on Analog. He's got level 20. So their room to scale is there, but you need to be able to continue to stall the game. And I think they have the ways to do that.
They do, for sure. They can definitely stall. It's really just a matter of how do you take the team fights reliably. It's a little bit tough. I mean, I want to see Naga get to an Aghanim Scepter. I mean, she has it queued it up, but I'm hoping she goes it before the Ghost and before the Shard. Just having an ensnare, potentially, that can go through a Sven's BKB. That is very valuable. And you also have to keep in mind, it applies a break, too. So Sven will not be able to use Great Cleave. Or potentially Vanquisher as well, which... not something you're particularly buying a break for, but the Cleave, for sure, it helps. But it's mainly for the control. Just to be able to control Sven through BKB would be so big in this game.
I should have been trying to take a fight and defend their high ground wards. Schofield with the
got
stun, and
Tiny.
Yuma with the damage. Vitali. And also making space in the backline. He's going to eat the coil, but Pike is going to control it at the moment. Doesn't want to use the clutch because he doesn't see an opening for it. Waiting for the blink to be back up. Vitali's just gone. Juma was freely able to right-click, and finally, a good fight for Radiant, and it might get even better. The song will reset. Can start with the instant, LSA to follow. Pike is going to have the BKB, but what do you do afterwards? He'll look to try and teleport away, and there will be no ability to address that.
Yeah, I mean, deleting the Death Prophet right away with the Tiny. Perfect initiation there. That was the one ward they had left there. They were set up to defend it. Looked absolutely great for them. Schofield has to die again, but... price you pay of being the Clockwork. And yeah, it seems like them catching Michael has been all that they need to win these team fights. Yep. As long as this Tiny doesn't get on top of you first, you're feeling like you're in a great spot there. And of course, yet again, that vision, being able to take the fight while seeing everything, absolutely critical.
I wonder if there's a world. I have to imagine it's something you're looking at it after the shard on the Clockwork, but Scepter for Schofield. We saw it go for it in the previous series. Further, it's a pipe dream, of course, but you know, for the information, like you're saying, the potential ways to cancel the blink to help you be able to get these initiations easier, to stall the game out just with the constant spam of the rocket flare.
Yeah.
So if he can get there, I think that is probably the next item with all the small ones that he has.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a great item to have, but does he want to commit for an item that big, or does he want to keep buying the small stuff, right? It really depends on how much gold he thinks he's going to get in this game. Right now, he has a shard queued up because that seems a little more manageable to buy. That'll allow him to get the cogs in there and potentially get out. But then, yeah, the Ags could be good. Maybe he goes for a 4-staff instead, potentially, to kite some more. He's got choices, but he may not get another item for this entire game if he has to die every single fight.
Watch that may be the case. Let's see if they read the smoke. Everyone else is back inside the base. There's an amped up damage on Pike. Schofield has been so annoying for
They
them.
see him.
Can they give him a hookshot target? He's just going to be chain controlled and brought down. And this will be a dieback death timer as well on Schofield. We saw him buyback previously with the high ground defense, so a pretty important kill. It's
And
not
a
that
D
long,
ward
50
too.
seconds.
I mean, 50 is a lot, but your lanes aren't really great. They're not bad. But I think getting the kill there and then also de-warding,
Is under attack.
you're pretty happy with that. Maybe Roshan is the next potential objective here. Very likely that it'll be on the top half of the map in the nighttime.
Continuing to do a very good job at stalling this game out. 5,000 net worth lead. It's actually shrinking for Edge here. Whisper is not leaving top, continuously spamming the Centaur. You got Naga illusions up in your face. It must be very frustrating for Dire, constantly going on the enemy side of the map and having to go back on yours. Could be looking at some Boots of Travels for them to help deal with the waves. See when that is something they want to start considering.
Pike has 6,000 gold, kind of debating what item does he want to go next.
Michael?
Committing for a shard?
Who's this
shard?
Pike, you say?
Oh, I said he's debating what to go because he had 6,000 gold. Decides to buy the shard, which, you know, he's playing versus a Qualifier. Makes sense. Needs to keep that armor up. Has Lincoln's queued up, and the Lincoln's is interesting because, like, the only thing I see a usefulness of this Lincoln's is the instant hex from the Darkseer. It can block that, but outside of that, doesn't do a lot this game. But he's that afraid, essentially.
Is he anticipating the scepter as well from Nago?
Maybe.
Who's got Refresher queued up instead on KJ.
Pressure? What does that do?
Apparently. You tell me, I don't know. Double song? Sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's a new one. Let's see if he sticks with it.
We are about to have some important level 25s, in particular the puck one. The Dream Coil Piercing debuff immunity is definitely the one I'm looking at. May not have it for this fight.
Lincoln's on Sven. But that will mean he has no buyback for this fight. 1,200 away. He'll have to get, like,
We've seen
an ultra kill or
previously
something.
Michael's been really important for them. There's been a lot of that
too?
control initiated inside the team fight. People over to the other side. Schofield gets a mini stun. Mike's gonna try and find the jump in. Double over to the backline. Darkseer's gone and Yuma as well. About to be cleaved down.
a man
Darcy's
fight.
supposed to try and stand his ground for the Satanic Life. Still gonna be enough. Yuma falling lower and lower, but once it expires, along with the BKB, she's got no hope at all. And no one else on Heroic Doom. Stun at the last second with the Stormhammer AoE, clipping Analog. They only got Matthew in the end. They only got Michael.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, they got him, but they're so close to their base, right? You can just TP back in and assist them this fight, so they somehow had to kill this puck too for it to be worth it, but they just couldn't do it. And even Schofield, I thought he might survive a bit longer. We're gonna get a replay here. Like, Michael's a good kill, but unable to get the puck here. And you still commit to this fight regardless. I thought that Outworld staff or whatever might save the clock, but if you can immediately die instantly on Darkseer, the fight is not going to be good for you. So Pike showing you exactly how to make an initiation. I mean, he hits the Lina and Darkseer at the beginning of this fight. And with no Darkseer, you have no chance. And you see the frustration from Whisper. Like, where did my hero go, man? Look at his build. He's the top net worth hero on the side of the Radiant. No Hex used, no Refresher used. Just all that net worth deleted in 2 hits. You're such low HP on Whisper, unfortunately, with this build. And now your base. There's hardly anything left of it. Such is the life as they see Schofield on top lane. Looks like he will be fine and they'll back out.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
What? 20k gold advantage now.
Before this, it was 6,000. For that little engagement we had.
And Pike has a refresher orb now.
Wow.
I mean, at this stage, like,
One more fight, PP. Once the Whisper gets the Suns beforehand, so once again the Hex is not going to be able to come through, but the backline is Initiation. If they found it's a support. The Dome is gone, and Pike has activated the first round of the God Strand, so looking to try and deal with Clock.
Oh,
The Ghost Scepter will delay a little bit of the damage. Schofield's going to be chased down. Further to the south as well, we've got a song from KJ, but are they going to be able to get out? Because they were far enough to activate the BKB before being slept up. KJ's got a buyback. What can you do? Are we just going to disengage? It looks like that's the call. Edge going to play this one safe. Roche is up. They do not want to let this one slip away. They are ever so close of getting a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 grand finals.
You know, 10 out of 10 times, Schofield's taken the Outworld staff for his playstyle. Thought he might actually live there. Disjoints a Harpoon and a Stormhammer, but just a little too far behind in this particular game. Not going to save him. Somehow the network is not going the way of Edge. Not that it might particularly matter. Puck will get the Aegis again. You gotta kill this Sven somehow. This Darkseer has to find an initiation with the Hex on Sven before he gets anything off. There's no more Lincolns on him, right? He's holding the Refresh Orb right now. So if you blink Hex him, refresh, Hex again, while under the cover of your own PKB, that is the only way I potentially see these fights going well for you. But that's not easy, right? Because Pike, he has the luxury of not showing his hero in this game. And that's why he doesn't take the Aegis either. It's like, in no way, shape, or form in this game do I want to be showing. I want to be able to find the Darkseer and jump him first. It's really a game of chicken between Darkseer and Sven. But the X factor is like, this Puck and apparently this Tiny is doing a lot better than this Void Spirit and Clockwork and finding heroes on the map. I mean, having Aegis, having Cheese might help a lot with that. Even Michael, he's got up to... I mean, he has Blink, Yules, Force, Lincolns for himself. And the Outworld staff, too. Wonder what the rationale was by cycling this Outworld staff into the game. I already felt like it was annoying enough with Ghost Scepter, Yules, and Glimmer Cape Sever. Yeah. I was like, let's add one more item to annoy people. But the outplay potential is potentially huge with this item. As we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Outworld staffs in this game.
And importantly, 1 Rapier on Yuma.
Oh, he went for the Rapier, okay. I guess they feel like they need the damage, which I don't disagree with. But they also need initiation. I think that's been the big thing this game. Something Schofield just unfortunately has not been able to find too much of this game. And it's kind of hard because, like, you don't have instant disables. When you think about, like, Tiny, Tossback, it's an instant stun. Sven, instant stun. You don't have any of that. Analog has to hit, like, some remnant before there's a reaction. Hookshot, unfortunately, it's only a 1.5 second stun, so it's very difficult to follow up on that one. But they'll take it slow.
Seeing the ease of execution heavily favoring Edge and the gameplay as well afterwards. It is just the barracks up top left standing against the Megas. And they are playing this one a little slow. That is back-to-back Corey deaths on KJ, which means the fresh shot is not available for him. What's the buyback status is looking like for Radiant? It's the all-important thing. You've got the Whisper buyback, you've got the Void Spirit buyback as well. Schofield's about to have enough gold.
They're mainly limited by gold. Like Lena, Naga, and Clock all just need some money. Clock should be easy. It's only 90 gold. But his is also by far the cheapest to get.
Smoke off from Edge. Gonna maybe go through the bottom wave. We've seen previously Whisper shove this out pretty aggressively with his own hero.
Yeah, someone has to defend this, and they're going to jump whoever wants to def this, which is probably going to be Schofield with a buyback.
And Puck showing top as well, so maybe a difficult read. They are playing it quite safe, though, on Heroic.
They're going to go anyway.
Bodstrand didn't quick kill, but he's got a buyback. So at least one of the heroes that does. Whisper's going to be able to get the drag back first Hex into the second. Where's the Nullifier? Well, where's the Void Spirit? You need the Nullifier. Pike drops out. He's got BKB back to full health. Yuma's starting to get a lot of damage. done with the Satanic. Do they have the Hex on the respawn? It's still on cooldown. Any stuns, it's not going to be there. PP should be able to get away. Remnant off the back of the phase shift. He's falling low, PP. Had to pop his own refresher. Another round of the core out of the base. The refresh is in danger. Lena's life. They need to get it back inside the base. Are they going to be able to do so? Human dies. No buyback. Song's too late. They'll give the rapier over to Analog, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Keep PP will soft drop. But can you withstand the siege without your main damage source, without your Lina? You'd lose Vitali. Man, it's not an easy kill by the looks of it, but everyone else has completely sacked the life of the Death Prophet. They are out of there on edge.
All right, so you got 2 buybacks. They keep the rapier though, so that's good. So honestly, it is costly. Don't get me wrong. It's a bit of a costly defense for Heroic. All these buybacks, they matter a lot. But at least you got something out of it. You killed PP. You killed the Death Prophet as well, and Vitali. But it looks like that's all you got out of it. Sure, you would love to get more. Now you have to play around this timing. Luckily, Lina can pick up the rapier again. It is available. So we didn't lose the rapier yet. So you're holding on. You're holding on for Heroic. And that's all that matters in this game. And so we're going to get a replay here. And yeah, the puck dies immediately. I think he may have messed up a little bit on puck. His phase shift, you'll see here, he used it. You could probably stay in phase shift here. He cancels it 2.5 seconds early. And he ends up dying for that one, unfortunately. But maybe they wanted to try and get another kill there. I guess it was all in for the Selena kill. Maybe didn't realize the buybacks were available. But a little bit deep. They probably could have disengaged if they really wanted to. But they really could smell that rapier. They could taste it. But was unable to get it.
Close to tasting this game to victory as well. 53 minutes in, 26,000 net worth lead. We saw the lead for Heroic in game 1. It was about also a 16,000 net worth lead for them, but that game was much more in their favor at the earlier stages. So Edge were able to find a way back in, and PP's also going to be able to catch up Whisper as well. TP cancelled, Whisper's gone. He's caught outside the base. Is he going to be able to get away? Blink. They'll cancel with the damage. PP slowed down with the trail. This trail was so annoying.
They're going to continue to chase, but I don't think he can. So I guess that's just minus BKB on Darkseer, minus Coil. Coil's only 30 seconds. Wheel of Wonder, same thing. 50 seconds, so nothing really comes to that one. They'll both just chill, but that would have been really big if Darkseer would have died there. Sure, he had buyback, but I think this game is all about getting buybacks and creating openings. Okay, Sven, he is now going to do the backpack game. Backpack mini game.
Lincoln's cheese, BKB in the backpack. He's got Nullifier now queued up. God damn, it's a lot of items. He's mega farm. 16, 1, and 11 for Pike. Another insane performance from the carry on Edge. I mean, this guy is racking up some standout performances.
Player of the tournament so far, for sure.
Smoked up.
But he's got to be able to close it out, or it doesn't matter.
Can they with this fight? Michael's going to drop a board and look to move in. They've got the sentry already placed, so they'll get the read. Buyback gold lacking as well at the moment here for the Lina. Has not got enough. Void Spirit's still down for another 4 minutes. Schofield doesn't have his as well. Dire. Don't get anything out of the smoke. They'll lose the ward. They're going to look to disengage, continue to occupy the map, and probably with that smoke not working, we'll see them wait for Roshan. Have we spoken about the Wind Waker on Vitali?
No. Not yet. Didn't see it. Oh, but you are playing versus Nullifier, so
Radiant are scanning.
loses some effects. I mean, Nog, he's had this refresher, but
Oopsie. Tries to get the D-ward, but nowhere is safe. You're going to learn that lesson once again that
he has no buyback.
Oh, he missed the hook.
You gave Jim away, you have no buyback. They know he has no buyback. Naga as well. Like, she has this refresher orb, and she's actually closing in on the Aghanims. Maybe a double sleep and a double ensnare could make a difference. Assuming you have the Aghanims on the Naga.
We see Analog out of the base. Okay, so I'm gonna take you back to the next wave because they're on to Park actually. There's gonna be what?
He's
What?
dead.
PB? Did they see him with the
freebie.
ward? Okay, they did. Pinged exactly where the ward was.
I mean, but you have to assume at this stage of the game they're gonna have wards in their base. Or slightly outside of their base. Alright, this one looks like it's gonna go to that tier 5 neutral item range.
Okay.
Wonder if we got any game changers. I mean, when you think about it, there's always gonna be Regalia, right? That one has proven from what we've seen to be potential ender of games. And the Helm of Undying with certain heroes could be really good. But still, that is 2 minutes in the future plus. Maybe something.
Deatham, Puck is giving them an opportunity to come out of the base whispers. Okay, BKB used as soon as the Storm Hammer. Is he going to be able to get out of the trees? And everyone else actually wants to try and take the engagement. They're on to Michael. He's surrounded damage at the moment. Where's the Lena? Lena isn't in. She's super hesitant about losing the Rapier. With a Void Spirit, should be able to slip out of danger as well. The song's going to buy him some time. Vitali's making so much space. Yuma is continuing to feel very scared about entering the team fight. Now he's finally going to walk on forward, but Puck is back alive. So you're going to have to 5v5, but he might also lose Pike. Pike's got the potential to activate the cheese, but the Hex beforehand, he might die, and he dies. Pike is gone. They're going to lose Matthew. They're going to lose Michael as well. Oh, heroic. Are they doing this? Yudomi's also caught inside the cogs. No way. At 3 for nothing?
Yuma says it's my turn to play this game. One of the first fights I've seen him actually get a hefty amount of right clicks in. And he was just sitting there on Pike, not sure he
What, they're on
went to refresh.
DP? They're on to Vitali. What's going on?
+1.
What is the crumble? Oh, boy. Vitali gives up another one.
I mean, unfortunately for them, their waves are not good. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's greed or anything from Pike there, but he was really waiting to mid-max that refresher, but unfortunately did not use it for that second PKB and got hexed right away, causing him to rack up a death there. And yeah, the replay is going to kind of showcase this fight. Like, Pike goes in, but this wall is absolutely amazing, right? Just completely kiting everyone. The first BKB goes out, and Pike, he doesn't want to refresh yet. He's thinking about this. Aeon Disc proves to be a great item. Then Sleep comes out, still doesn't want to refresh. Being very patient, but the Void Spirit, he's like, I'll refresh. I don't mind having a second round of spells here. The Yules comes out from Schofield, all the stuns, still not refreshing. Now he finally refreshes, but it's a little too late. The Hex is out right after the box here, and he immediately ends up dying. I mean, that Yules and everything that Schofield was doing, absolutely clutch, being annoying as hell. And now we're going high ground, but you have to keep in mind, these high grounds, they're still risky. Yeah, you got Rapier. But they're going for the...
Really?
I don't know if this is the play.
Is this the call?
I mean, he's doing it
Glyph.
safely.
So this is an awkward position where, like, do you buy back with no glyph? You're gonna have to, because, guys, the respawns, the buildings are falling pretty fast.
Yep, they're buying.
You gotta make a call, and you gotta do it now. Yuma's just gonna activate the PKP. The throne's dying, guys. You gotta do something. They didn't do anything. What? What? Oh, this is serious.
They thought they had more time. Critics...
We'll see if Vitali goes down a similar route with the Whisper Darkseid like we saw last game. But at least for me, I feel like Dire's mid-game execution seems much easier, where Radiant need to be able to really combine their spells perfectly together. Would you say there is a window where there could be a concern for Heroic through that stage?
I mean, yes and no. Yes, as in sure, things can get sloppy, chaotic, Al could be too farmed, joining every fight, but at the same time, like, the execution isn't insanely hard either. You kind of just like, do you get a good hook shot, or do you get a good Astral Spirit into Echo Stomp? If yes, then you can commit. If no, then you have to chill. It's very reactionary, and luckily these heroes like Lina and Slardar and Enigma, they don't mind playing patient. The supports are going to be doing most initiation from Heroic. And if you get a 3-man Echo Stomp, or a 2-man Cog, green light, baby. You know, it's time to just go and get some kills. And they're not very, like, it's either you're gonna see it or you're not. They're not very high committal, especially with ET.
Well, Michael, I don't think this solo endeavor to try and steal the rune is going to work out for you. Yuma will surround. Schofield's going to be there with the cogs as well. Yeah, well, for Heroic, it's going to work out. Michael's... Where are we running to? It's a Tango. It's going to take him on a bit of a walk around. Maybe get some movement speed.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, give it to Yuma. Yuma, in the last game, getting first blooded. This game, getting first blood. And we saw what he was able to do last game, so... Finally, Yuma off to a good start.
See if Analog's able to get off to a good start as well. We've seen the Slardar mid a couple times, but it hasn't really shut down the enemy mid laner. PP also going for the Thunderbolt, so not wanting the double shield crash, which is a bit more of a laning facet, so it feels like he's going to be okay, even just with the toolkit that he has.
Yeah, this mid Slardar has not been impressive for, like, what we're used to thinking Slardar can do. I mean, I think we probably have to just shift our expectations of what Slardar is. In the past, we'd be like, you know, he's a lane bully. Doesn't really bully lanes anymore. Kind of just gets his farm. He has these tools, which are really nice to have in the game. Just having the Corrosive Haze and just being able to chain control heroes like Alchemist in the late game seems to be enough value here. Good dodge by Pyke, I guess. I mean, you get a little extra money for killing cogs. Never hurts. And we're probably going to see just the Fatal Bonds here into Acid Spray. Waiting for those Eidolons to come out, ideally. But, nope. We're just going to toss it out now. And this allows Pyke to just kind of get free farm in this lane. And later on, when the Eidolons do come out, they're getting some good denies here. Just afraid of that level 2 Clockwork. Rightfully slow, I suppose.
Okay, and last side lane. We're seeing early on Vitali's actually looking to try and play the lane. Michael is dragging KJ's attention kind of all over the place. It looks like there's just 2 1v1s going on.
Appears to be so. I mean, this top lane's going great though for Whisper. Already sitting at 8 denies. Quite a lot. Michael and King Jungles. I mean, King Jungles kind of wins these engagements every time.
Careful if you run too close to Yuma. Yuma would be happy with getting the kill. He's gonna look to TPR. Okay. Just TP there.
I mean, these supports in these games are always willing to make plays.
Schofield, maybe. Trying to contest the Lotus. Looks like this
oh no
gonna be the first kill for Ed. Shidomi yoinks it. Easy farm with cogs.
That's a big kill, because I was keeping a close eye on this top lane, and if Whisper can continue to get all these denies on Alchemist, it's really going to slow him down, but giving over kills is like the last thing you really want to do in this lane. That also gives time for potential D wards, which they haven't really even tried on Yudomi. Okay, he's going to get 1 D ward on the small camp there, which pretty ideal, I would say. And Radiant, uncharacteristically, kind of just blocks their big camp too. They just want this to be a straight lane versus lane matchup. They don't want any pulling shenanigans.
EP might lose the water rune. Yep, it's going to lose both. Schofield's going to move over. And nothing that they have to worry about too much. Whisper's able to play 1v2 currently at the moment. So the lane's looking pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good lane. I mean, the thing about Alchemist is it has some tools to potentially win the lane, but versus a player of Whisper's caliber, probably not going to happen, but the fallback is fine too. You can just go stack and farm the jungle. It's all good. You've got a lot of regen too, so even though you have percentage-based damage on Enigma, you're so tanky that you might not just die in a black hole. And of course, you do have the Warlock too, as Vitali, he's going to get... It's just going to die to one more hit from the King Jungles, but Yuma, he'll take it. Bit of a disaster now for this bottom lane for Team Edge. Look at Schofield. Who does this? He's blocking the ancient camp while holding the wave. Okay.
Yeah. Pyke as well eats his own concoction. He's now going to take a bunch of damage to the creeps. And they're really not farming the Eidolons a whole lot.
No, they're not.
So, with
Pretty
bottom
happy
also,
if you're Whisper.
how are you looking to play? Maybe Mike was trying to get in range for a toss back on Yuma. Was starting to run towards him, but with bottom being a little bit awkward, it makes it a bit more difficult for Michael to potentially go through the portal and gank the Alchemist lane. So now we're going to be thinking towards the power runes that we're going to have up pretty shortly.
Power runes and wisdom shrines. What are the next objectives here?
Awesome, but okay. Crossfade's going to give you a pretty big advantage. Okay, amped up.
Slaughter will get it. Pretty easy. I mean, I will say the advantage for this early game is definitely going to go in favor of this Pango role. Slaughter, yeah, like he rotates to a lane, who cares? You know what I mean? But this role, it could be big, especially against a hero like Enigma. Like, he's going to go heal right now. If he goes top and gets a kill on Enigma, could be massive. We'll see what they want to do here, but they're actually going to TP back to mid. And maybe PP wants to make a rotation here. Yeah, PP is coming from behind.
Plus under the tower, nice attempt onto KJ. They'll keep him here further as well. The Fatal Bonds also clips onto Schofield, so PP... Oh, okay, just going to go back to the lane.
Alright. That'll be it. And you can see Schofield, not only did he block that small camp, top lane, and he blocked the Ancients. Yeah, Alchemist has no camp up there to farm. Schofield's doing a really good job as you eat another concoction on Pyke. Pyke is not super happy with this lane. He might just ditch it soon. It might be time to just be like, alright, I'm gonna get more farm from the jungle in this lane. But all these camps, you've got the camp top, and you got two camps.
Pass back, there's an opportunity onto the Lena's life. Nicely done. Oh, what?
Oh, vacuum. What's up? What happened?
Okay. What happened? Maybe...
What canceled that TP?
He cancelled it. Maybe he thought Udomi was going to use the Grim Warren. I don't know, but you forced the rock 100%. Just a misclick.
That was genius.
You do.
Did he have vac? He vacked, right? I'm not like...
No,
he did vac to start.
100%.
Okay. Well... I don't know, but
if he used it there, it would be on cooldown right now. Because it's a 60-second cooldown.
We've been looking for another toss back. Schofield. Yo, it's a much needed one to PP. He's really struggling in the lane. 500 net worth disadvantage. Udomi unfortunately gets it with a Shadow Word. And they're ready to go. You're going to have Rock Rolling Thunder. Still haven't seen it just yet this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Pyke as well. Like, these two sentry wards that were placed by Schofield blocking these camps have slowed down his farm immensely. And the Black Hole misses. Okay. I mean, that's the river. The bonus move speed you get in the river. Easy win. Even though I don't think he gets that kill anyway, because Pyke was throwing up a concoction right there. But yeah. And then the D wards are coming in for Udomi. Pyke is just like, bro, I've been out down here for two. And the third one, look at the third camp. He's like, this one's blocked too. How annoying. He's like, literally my whole jungle is blocked.
Schofield Dota.
I mean, he's... I don't want to play versus this guy. His entire life is just to annoy carries, I'm pretty sure.
And what a hero to be able to do that as well could be frustrating with the clockwork as the game goes on.
He's doing a great job already just by warding.
Yeah.
And Yodomi's just like, bro, I don't know, just buy your own sentry at this point. This is annoying. I don't want to be here.
So what is the value of the Alchemist in a game like this where you pick it largely because of the lane matchup versus the Enigma and your ability to be able to deal with the Eidolons? How, besides that, does it look like for the Alchemist game, and what can his impact be with the other heroes?
Radiant's middle tower.
I mean, his impact right now, unfortunately, is heavily delayed. But the idea of this hero is the lane is okay and then you jungle quickly. But the jungling quickly part has not really happened. Just because Schofield is blocking every camp.
Alright, nice smoke. We'll connect onto the Enigma's life. Much more valuable kill. And Eidolon's farmed as well. First Rolling Thunder of the game will be successful.
I mean, I get it, Pike. You don't want to buy your own sentries, but at this point, it's better to buy them and then just not have that camp. It's okay. Space has been made for him with that kill on Enigma. Enigma's gonna respawn. And what is his play? What's he gonna do next? Is he gonna continue to go to top lane? No, he's gonna go mid lane and try to pressure the top.
So they can force the fight. No Rolling Thunder, but you got Rock, Pippi starting to angle forward. They're gonna give a toss location, they will. Pippi gets himself in a position to be able to put Whisper in harm's way. And well, he will do just that. Analog gets the 1-for-1 trade, but this will heavily favor Dire with a second death in a row on Whisper's Enigma, and he is now bottom net worth out of all the cores.
Yeah, I mean, Pike, sorry, it's like, alright, I'm back, boys. Like, this Enigma being my lane felt terrible, but Enigma dying twice in a row, it has freed up so much space for him that he's probably going to catapult to top net worth in this particular game. So,
not if he dies here. Look at the call from them. They're going to smoke through the portal.
Okay.
Schofield and Yuma actually combining together. It's a really nice scan as well. See, Pike's going to be bursted. Pops a chemical rage. Now, do they have the damage to go through the 65 HP regen? It's going to be pretty hard. And Yuma's a little bit away from Schofield. They'll still block him inside the cogs. No one is nearby. No support to help Pike out. The damage, Maelstrom procs, they need it. It's going to be enough in the end. Massive rotation. Alchemist was licking his lips with the Enigma not being able to threaten his farm, but he had some other heroes still to be worried about.
I can tell a little bit that Pike is not super comfortable on this Alchemist. I think he probably could have lived there. He would have just, you know, immediately when he saw Clock start channeling the concoction, he wouldn't be able to throw that off and maybe disengaged a little bit. And I can also tell by his acid spray usage, so not sure what that means exactly, but they will get a kill here. I just think putting Pike on a hero potentially he's not super comfortable on might be the play for Heroic. You can only do that through having some bold picks, like picking Enigma offlane incredibly early on in your draft.
Yeah. And well, this was the difference as well. You know, they first phase banned it in the previous game. But the difference here, it gets let through, and we are seeing like this big anti-carry here. And you know, we also have to keep in mind, like, where does the Doom go in the rest of the series too? We're not there just yet, but so far it has really been Pike. We try and slow him down, and Whisper has a bunch of heroes that are able to do that. But he is
13 minutes in this game, no Radiance yet. Very slow Radiance timing. Good pressure put on by Heroic, and honestly, Schofield has slowed his game down by like probably 2 minutes. Just by the wards he's been planting and the gank that he was able to get, so. Quite annoying. I mean, annoying and Schofield go together very well. It's the type of player he is.
And it's going to be a bit of a different item build from Schofield this game. It's actually going to go Scepter first item.
He's decided that's the most annoying item he can go.
That's all it is. All he has in mind. Knowing as possible. We have the wisdoms. It was a 1-1 split. And map is starting to, the state is changing. Yuma is actually going to TP back down to bottom. He's got the boot to travel. He can go wherever he wants. You got the Radiance online as well. And Blink on Analog. So we do have some items starting to be picked up. Massive stack for Pyke. Whew, Fatal Bonds with Radiance should be able to farm this very easily.
Oh, that's juicy. So basically, it's an alchemist. You have like two timings, I'm gonna say. Two important timings. One is gonna be the Blink Dagger, which is an optional timing. But the mandatory timing will be Blink BKB. But we'll see after that stack, he's close to the Blink. So the optional timing I'm talking about is, it'd be nice if you get really far ahead, use your Blink, get a nice little kill. Not necessary. Sometimes if you get that Blink early, you go in and you die, you kind of ruin your game. So that's just something like you have to learn. I mean, I've made that mistake too. You have to learn this as an alchemist player, how to hit these timings. It's a very sensitive hero as far as timings go. So we'll see which one he does decide to go for. I mean, this is definitely kind of looking like a game where maybe just chilling for a BKB might be good, but can you afford to do so? I mean, Yuma is like continuously free farming. You would like to get a kill on this Enigma with an early Blink. The Slardar, he's getting close to his shard. That's when he starts pulling up a little bit on farm. Not only that, can get kills easier. Let's see what the call is. The call is, I'm not going Blink at all. He's going to rush Manta. And honestly, Manta's good this game too. Obviously, whenever you play versus Slardar, good. Oh, he blinked and got stuck in the trees. Oh no. Oh
Yikes.
no.
Oh man, Analog.
Oh no. That sucks. It's unlucky. We'll go with that.
Unlucky.
Because like, I would say like 19 out of 20 times that doesn't happen to him. In fact, that might be the only time that's ever
He's
happened.
level 6 on the ET. Jesus, that's so much damage from PP. Double kill. His Blink now coming out on the quarry here for the Pangolier.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think as well, this going back to the Manta a little bit, that's pretty good against Clock too, right? Because if Clock initiates on you, you press Manta, disperses the battery damage to 3 targets, you can kill the cogs instantly because you have 3 units. Pretty decent choice.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, we've seen this before from Analog. Like, he just goes mid on Slardar, and he's just the lowest net worth hero for a very long time because this hero can't farm for the life of him.
This Blink feels weird, but I don't know what item you go for if it's not a Blink here. Like, you
I mean, you have
don't
to
have...
on...
That's, yeah, sure. You have to, but you're not playing with anyone at the moment on Heroic. And I don't know if maybe it's just the smokes and the plays across the map aren't working, that they're not connecting. They haven't really attempted it, to be honest, with the Enigma and the Lina. You don't have supports too. And this is maybe the position that I was speaking about when I asked you the question, like at this state of the game. How weird does it start to look? Where Yudomi, he's got the rock. Oh, he was a little bit too slow. He'll try and cancel his clockwork. Is he just... all right, all right.
I mean, they missed both kills. Lina got... I mean, I don't know if Lina would have died, to be honest with you. In fact, Lina could have probably turned and killed him, but it would have canceled his TP. And I don't know if Lina knew if there were scopes behind him, so... Either way, really good for Heroic. Now, you've got no rock. There's actually going to be a small timing. Albeit it's going to be like 10 seconds or something. Or 15. With no rock and Tormentor's up.
They're actually going to continue to push it pretty aggressively down bottom with a high ground ward. KJ does ping it out. And maybe they're going to bait a hero. Let's see who it'll be. Everyone's going to start to TP back. I know exactly where the location is from Edge's members. And Analog, well, he's been itching to take a fight with the Blink, but they won't get a further one. Jump in, step out. Still hesitant they are. And that means this tier 2 tower probably going to drop. The glyph will protect it, so no creep wave. Actually keep it alive.
I wonder what the plan was. I think he wanted to stun for a clock hook, but they decided they wouldn't go for that. Michael running around the map, trying to get some kills. I mean, they have Manta now on the Alchemist, so he feels strong enough to get some kills here. I mean, I could critique Pike if I want to on this Alchemist gameplay, but
Do you want to?
perfect.
What's going on?
I have enough time now. Cool.
Alright,
When you
let's
get
go.
when you get lastids with your illusions, you don't get Grievel's Greed bonus. So if you're gonna cut the wave with Alchemist with your acid spray on the ground, you don't want to get the lastid with your illusions. So you have to stop attacking so you can get the Grievous Greed bonus, which he didn't do. So he is missing out on Grievous Greed stacks. So, I mean, Pike's a great player, but I'm just noticing all the small things that kind of makes me see that he doesn't play this hero a lot.
Sure. The little things, we'll see if they add up. Like, it's a 5,000 net worth lead at the moment, but maybe that extra gold could have a blink a little bit earlier on to continue to hit this timing that we see Heroic are not really ready for. BKB being worked on for the Enigma, but still a ways away. Clockwork is pretty much useless with items because still is rushing Scepter. Analog, I think he's going BKB himself. It just has the Ograx currently queued up, so it definitely feels like there is
Hook shot. Got Pike. Manta's on
They're gonna be
cooldown
able to blow
too.
him up. Looks like they gets a chemical rage off for the last second, but once again it's just gonna be Yuma and Schofield together. He is done. So this is these two. That's all they need. We've seen previously, Slaughter hasn't been there, Enigma hasn't been there. Doesn't matter. Just the clock in the Lina is enough for 2 kills onto the Alchemist this game.
It's all they need. I mean, especially Manta on cooldown who's trying to cut the wave, which can't get out of there. So, I mean, I don't even know if Manta saves you there, and might, but maybe not. Either way, great read by Schofield as per usual. And then you have a gold
Tormentor
lead.
now.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Rock is up in 14 seconds. I said there'd be like a 20-second window where you won't have Rock and Tormentors up, and they take advantage of it.
Michael, does he just blindly blink? He actually jumps over them instead, so does get the avalanche.
He's
The
dead.
rest of the team is a little bit too far away, and yeah, they will not be able to respond. With a quick noose, the corrosive haze is something that they will need to respect with the Lina's damage output. Early on, it is a lot of magic, but already 15 minus armor. So this is one thing that you will have an advantage on with the carry matchup. Yuma is going to have a massive buff to her.
I mean, he has the advantage of, I hear a concoction. Oh. He was hoping that Schofield would step up, but didn't step up, so a little bit of self-stun there. You also have the advantage of having a black hole and an earth splitter. Like, the team fight advantage is pretty big here. I mean, unfortunately, wall, sure, the repositioning is great. If you can get a nice back into, like, an upheaval, fatal bonds, tiny stun, concoction, that'll be, like, all she wrote, right? But yet again, it's kind of like, if you're far away on Alina, it's kind of hard to vacuum you in those situations. Whereas, I'd much rather have, okay, Schofield, what's he doing? Just, is that self-stun again?
Yeah.
Yes, again on Pike. But in the end, these self-stuns don't really matter, though.
And what was like a 5,000-6,000 net worth lead has very much dropped. 2,000.
It's an
Mike's got enough
Alchemist
gold for the blink.
lineup too, right? So it's kind of like even almost in a way.
David said maybe even favoring more heroic. You would probably expect the lead to be a little bit larger, and you would expect Pike's net worth to be way
cheaping
more than
down.
Alina's.
The stun
They're gonna try and
hits.
burst in before
Black hole?
with the chemical rage. Pike, he's able to slip out this time. Whisper, when is he
been very
waiting to jump in?
patient.
Doesn't see an opportunity just yet, and Yuma's BKB is now going to
Okay.
expire. They've lost Slaughter and Whisper. He's still waiting for the opportunity. Hasn't seen it just yet, but he needs
There's
to
a
go
rock,
soon if they
that's
want to
why.
turn the fire. He's got to now go. Udomi's caught by Schofield, and look at the space that the clock is making over to the right side, giving no opportunity for the rock to be able to cancel this black hole. So this will be used to be able to cancel the life of the Pango. Now Udomi is going to be caught as well. Everyone else will step out. And Org is trying to keep up with them, but unfortunately he will not be able to do so.
It's definitely not there. All right. I feel like you need +1 hero for that to happen, because I'm on Whisper side there. He can't go. If he goes there, that Warlock is just going to cancel, and they're going to turn, and it's going to be an absolute disaster. But that is he's gonna at least go into Roshan now, because you did manage to get a couple of those kills. Maybe overextending just a little bit. And they're gonna try going in. Is there a steal play here? Are they just gonna sacrifice?
KJ's gonna try and put his body on the
He's going in a
line,
pipe.
make some space, but the jump
He's
didn't get the
self-stunned.
timing. Roche is so low, who's gonna be able to get the edge?
self-stunned.
Someone kill it? It's not dead, finally. Analog snags the second life, but that
no.
means Yuma's vulnerable. Yuma's gonna TP out, but they've got a stun. They will stop that at the buzzer. Nice blink away from Analog, though. He's also... Oh, the
He got him!
What? How many self-stuns this game? They didn't even know. They didn't actually know. You saw them running around the trees. They had no idea, but now that they got a glimpse of Analog,
He's gonna get him this
they're
time,
going to be
right?
able to chase him down. They will get him.
Another
They
self-stun,
will.
boys!
And it gets him again. What is this game, bro? These two teams... Oh, this is an entertaining series.
I don't think Pyke has stunned an enemy hero yet without stunning himself this game.
Oh my god.
I mean, honestly, if he doesn't self-stun in the pit there, he probably deletes that fight. But he makes up for it, whatever. Accidentally self-stuns in the pit, at least he stunned them too. Causes them to get the Aegis. But his second self-stun, I don't really know for sure how, but like that allows him to get the Slardar kill. And then another self-stun. Gets the second Slardar kill after the Aegis, so turns out you don't have to stun any heroes.
Dude, Schofield, he's...
He's annoying.
Radiant's top
Oh, that hook shot through the tiny. Somehow. Alright, Whisper top lane, they've got everyone here. Well, they think that PP's alone, but that's not going to be the case. Yuma will blow him up. But they are in a lot of danger now. Rock used, Whisper's gone, Schofield as well has been able to get out previously, but this time, surely it will not be the same case, and it will not. They'll surge forward. Michael, it's not, right? Tree throws enough damage, it is.
Alright, we're really nice.
This league is, sorry, the lead, I should say, is climbing. Up to 8,000 now. We are seeing there is a crap load of damage inside the team fights from the league. And if we can get multiple corrosive hazes off inside these fights, levels is something we need to look at. We've seen before previously, like the Slaughter. For his farm, at least in particular, for speaking about levels, level 20 is the big one. So once he's able to get this, that extra farming speed, but if you can get the amp damage onto multiple heroes in the fights, and if the Lina can right click, your Yuma is at least showing so far in this fight that she can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, 8k gold lead now. Alright, Pyke, let's see what he can get now. I think AC is completed. And the question is Whisper going to be able to get a BKB and Black Hole off this game or not?
Well, PP's rolling Thunder. They say Analog inside the lane. Another pretty valuable kill. Tossing him away from PP. A bit awkward, but it's not going to matter. Kill is there. So yeah, in regards to the Black Hole, I think a lot of it comes down to Schofield, right? We've seen him in, at least I think, the fight down bottom where he was able to get on the Warlock, but you will also have the answer in PP's Basher, who doesn't have queued up. It's actually shard into Nullifier on the Pango.
Yeah, we're not seeing many carries build Nullifier nowadays. It mainly is like the mid and offlaner. And I think in a game like this, it's not even that good yet, but he's expecting it to be good. He's getting queued up, but he might not be good. Maybe if he starts seeing Ghost Scepters and Force Staffs and Glimmers, he'll do it, but right now, a lot of these guys are just playing a bit more selfishly. Like, as you mentioned, Ags is available, but Schofield, maybe it's for the future. He does have a Yule's queued up. It can do a lot of work.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So lead is now starting to represent what you would expect out of an Alchemist lineup, and especially the discrepancy between him and the opposition carry. 4,000 at the moment, so Yuma is still doing an exceptional job to be able to find the farm. We are going to see them maybe start to hunt her down, but the portal move is not going to work out. Yuma's going to TP back to the base. KJ and Whisper up to some stuff on the side of the map. The Wisdom still potentially. Vitali seems well aware of this with the Eidolons popping out. Unfortunately, KJ did not TP. It's 5 heroes from Dire in this area, though.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Very good. All right. What plays are we making now? I mean, this Alchemist is completely caught up now. Off to a great start. And BKB's queued up. It looks like he will commit to it. And I think once you have this BKB, you're super confident just to jump into these fights. Because, I mean, the one ability that you're super afraid of was Black Hole, but if you're very patient on Yudomi, you don't have to worry about it. And he's got the perfect being patient items. Glimmer Cape, Blink Dagger. He can stay pretty far back. He can go invisible. He's building a Force Staff. I think Schofield's job is going to go on this Warlock most likely, so this Black Hole can go off.
Can Yudomi get Refresher, though? Because you're going to have double Black Hole at some stage. Are you going to have double Rock?
Maybe from Roche. Because it looks like he's not even interested in even queuing up. I mean, he's either going to get it from Roche, or this game is going to go very long.
We'll see, because Refresher is already currently queued up from Whisper. And Heroic are now starting to feel the pressure a little bit with the map. They're going to group together. Wanting to pop a ward up on the high ground, set up a formation. That Illusion apparently scouted out the ward. They pinged the high ground as soon as the LSA came through. So they've got a pretty good read. Maybe that something is going on, that raiding is starting to come together. The lead is not really growing though, still staying steady at 9,000. Pike.
Yep, it's going to be about the team fight, so that's what really matters.
I want to take the team fight. Coming back to try and defend the T2 tower, which will go down. So protected with the glyph. Schofield waiting for the hook shot. Doesn't see the opportunity just yet, nor the opening. Warlock has put himself on the far west side of the map. You couldn't get any further. They're going to see the Alchemist TPing away. Can they cancel any other TPs? They will not. So everyone makes it. The smoke from Radiant a little bit too late. Where do they go with this smoke though? No aggressive wards. They will not get Warlock going through the portal as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, Warlock should be out, but they're just going to get Tormentor. Yet another one. This time, King Jungles is going to grab it. So, I mean, it lowers the cooldown on Echo Stomp, or if he wants to, he can TP into the fight. I don't doubt he wants to do that, though. Maybe in select situations. We'll have to see there. But I noticed as well that Michael putting so much emphasis on this Kobold Cup. That's a tier 1 neutral item. He's holding all the way to the tier 3 to get that 10% move speed bonus for his team. Quite interesting. I was like, why did I see... Yeah, I was like, why did I see Kobold's Cup at 31 minutes in the game? But he's held on to it for the entirety of this game. The greedy Kobold's Cup. I mean, that's pretty fitting.
True.
Checks out.
Let's check out. He's got Scepter being worked on here for the Tiny. Honestly, all the supports are decent position in net worth, finding items, valuable items as well. Utility to be able to help as this game goes on. They've been itching for a bigger fight. They haven't been able to find one just yet. Heroic have done a good job at dodging. You can only dodge for so much longer in this game. No higher ground ward, but do we just run up blindly? And Log and KJ currently set up. You are missing Schofield. And Yuma's going to TP away as well. So Pike's just going to lead the charge. Gets the vision and enables Michael's initiation. Sana's got a BKB, but nothing Analog wants to do with it. He is going pretty quickly. We'll have to keep tabs on when Roche is going to spawn. It's not going to be a concern because T2 Tower is always there waiting for them if they want it.
I don't know. I said this Warlock is not going to get any money, but he actually, now that I think about it, he's up to 3k gold, and he had the greedy enchantment.
Vitali TP back, and Pike is actually still on the high ground. Schofield's going to give them the vision.
Hook
Yuma
missed.
Courage is still there from Pipe. They got the black hole, but is
hole.
Yomi going to be nearby?
Oh, there's
He
the rock.
is, but the damage is
He's
too
dead.
much. Yuma with the freshly completed Daedalus just absolutely shreds through the Alchemist.
Did he have amp damage on him? How did he die so fast?
I don't.
I mean, he
I thought.
he
don't
BKB'd
know.
and manted, so didn't get to catch that one. But if he didn't have amp damage on him, I'll be extremely worried about the survivability, because that rock came out pretty quick too. It was not a slow reaction.
They're actually still posturing pretty aggressive on Die. Yeah, they blink away. Okay. Radiant was starting to run up to the high ground, so an opportunity for Roche. Let's once again see how fast it spawns. Are you going to get lucky with it being a late spawn and Alchemist alive again? But we're seeing problems, dude. This Yuma Lina with the damage amp from Corrosive Haze, they're going to look for the toss back. No BKB. Yuma feeling strong to be able to stand his ground, but is it going to be a great price to play? They haven't been able to get the... Oh, he's okay. He's so okay. Now tries to TP up, but the caller wasn't right. Yuma dies inside the teleport. They will make it out on the slaughter. So Analog just escapes. Oh, very close to Yuma getting the kill on the tiny end, also living.
It's such a tough call to make. Like, he could have just not TP'd and killed Darkseer and just been manned up, you know what I mean? But instead, Yuma dies. And, of course, just because of the nature of how Darkseer's innate works, because Yuma died, Darkseer full healed, because he leveled up at level 18. And that's essentially a 70% heal. The Roar, the Rockets, maybe you can do this Roche, but it's going to be annoying.
Oh, Michael's going to find him.
He's tossing him
importantly
back. He's like, I'm not going to let you in here, buddy.
Does Analog go for it? He's freed up a slot, but a little bit difficult to find an angle to jump all the way
needs to
in.
rocket.
And Roche is
Oh,
also
Roche is
running.
He's on the
This could
run.
make... No, okay, no one's here.
You can't hit him, so you have to kill him with spells here. And he's getting faster.
Whoa,
He's
whoa,
going.
whoa. What?
Roche gets faster every time he
zooming.
throws the unit. Okay. Oh, can they meet him here? Schofield? Oh, the spirit. They gotta get a stomp off.
Oh, wait. If he actually rocket flares Roche, maybe he could jump in and kill it himself.
Spitter. Oh, they don't know. I mean, how
They're gonna try and get the jump onto Michael though. Yuma's back alive. For Refresher just completed as well for the Enigma. So we could have double black hole, but you're not gonna have Schofield inside the team fight. PP might go down just to the right click damage. You gotta respect it. He will roll away, so not going to overstay his welcome. And nor will Edge. They get the Ages, they get all the components, and they get out.
That was a bit clowny, wasn't it? But the expected result did happen at the end of the day here. I've actually never seen Roche run that fast.
I didn't know it. Yeah, I didn't know that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, he gets like bonus move speed every time he tosses someone.
Just a hasted Roche just running down the river line. What am I looking at? What is this game?
It's Dota 2, baby.
Alright, so what is the Warlock has queued up the Refresher. Is did he buy an extra item? He only had 2, right? Did he have Blink Solar, Blink Glimmer? What did he have? I don't remember.
He did not have Solar. He only had Blink Glimmer.
Okay.
So he made a pit stop. I think after that one fight where he saw Alk just get deleted, he went back for the Solar.
Which again is my really big concern this game. This goddamn amp damage from Analog with Lena's right clicks. It's continuing to be a problem, and I'm not sure. Do you see a way to address it besides just gameplay and I suppose getting on the Slaughter or the Lina?
Yeah, I mean, jump Lina.
Okay.
If you let Lina right click, I mean, this is how this hero works, right? If Lina can just freely right click, she kills everyone. So you're gonna have to find a way to toss him back. Alchemist maybe just has to initiate on. We're gonna see Rolling Thunder. A little bit of drunk driving there, ran into a wall. But it's okay. I think there wasn't much to be found anyway.
And also, how worried are we about the status of this game at the moment for Edge? Are you hitting your almost critical mass on the Alchemist?
Bro, I don't even know anymore between these two teams.
Fair, but besides the game 1 and game 2 like throws that we've seen, like if you would look past that, this is only a 5,000 net worth lead with an Alchemist lineup, and this hero struggles going late game.
I don't think Alchemist is actually bad late game anymore.
Okay.
It's like, even if you're 6-slotted Lina, 6-slotted Alk, if Alk gets on Lina, 6-slot for 6-slot, Lina is dead. So, that's really all this game comes down to. Can you get on top of the Lina? So, if Alchemist is black-holed and Lina's hitting him, Heroic probably win. Unless Lina gets tossed backwards and the rock gets cancelled. If they ever find a way to toss back or just initiate on Lina, and they can cancel the black hole, then Edge wins. And I think that's just like how the game's gonna go. It's 100% gameplay.
Look at this angle. Oh man, they might find Yudomi as well. The pings are there. They're gonna see the rocket flame. They'll instantly get the read that the backstab has come through. Analog's blind jump is off the mark. Now does Pike want to run into him? He's gonna be able to dodge the concoction, and they will disengage to the north, drop the high ground ward. Do they set up a formation here? They gotta be cautious. There is a Radiant Observer. They will play away from that though.
They're gonna wait out
actually still in
chemical.
range.
Concoction a little bit? Okay. I mean, Aegis is still for an hour, a minute and a half.
They re-smoke.
But what's the play? Are they gonna go to the gates and try to go top lane? I mean, this could work. We've seen some creative gate plays here. There's a scan though. They see it. They see the gate play. So
Great read.
either they're gonna want to fight here. So maybe if they play some vision, but 14
Did they
seconds.
bait? It's cool.
I mean, I think they need to drop vision.
Smokes in the
Tiny
wall.
has some.
PP gets the shot off the last
okay.
second. Yuma tries to get the damage up with the black hole. It's there, it's good. It's all they needed. 2 quick kills. And Alchemist is just getting kite at Pike's nowhere to be seen. He's running to the other side. Pike, where
He's in the
are you
wrong
going?
area.
He is just getting kited. Wasn't able to get in the middle. Wasn't able to find a target. And the black hole, they just needed one. Ed's going to be refreshed. And Whisper's ready to go for another round.
Yeah, maybe if Pike can be there on top of Lino and the BKB expires, but he went all in to try and kill an ET. Couldn't even kill the ET. Had to force his BKB just to dodge the stomp. I mean, I get it. Maybe you're a little bit afraid of the Earth Splitter. That's also a big team fight ult. Either way, I mean, these fights get a little more annoying because the Agnum Scepter is online for the Enigma. Sure, you can cancel it with Yadomi, but even just 2 seconds of the black hole seems to be enough. And Pike, he really has to jump this Lino. He cannot afford to go.
Oh!
Hits nobody.
Oh no, the illusion bait from Pike. And an
Rough.
opportunity potentially now, 10 seconds. Whisper should probably be able to disengage without any more abilities being forced out. But that is Refresher, Black Hole down. And do we go instant smoke? Bought from Michael.
We should do something. And now you have the luxury to ignore Enigma. I mean, I think you should ignore him anyway, but with double black hole down, even more reason to do so. Schofield giving so much vision with this Agnum Scepter. Off the ring core, by the way. This is another way to be annoying on Clockwork.
Yeah.
He's not going the
Uptime with
cheap
the
items.
UAV.
He's going the expensive annoying. We're used to see him buying the cheap items and being annoying, but now he's buying the expensive items to be equally, or maybe even more annoying. Hard to really say. Either way. The cooldown on this overclocking, 37 seconds. Yep, that's annoying. So much vision to be had. But not when you're smoked.
Vision. So much wave shove as well. Lanes are always so difficult. Top's getting pushed in from the Eidolons. They know that
Can you go
something's
high
going on.
ground? I don't
This
know.
is really forcing the issue. 70 seconds though, without black hole. So maybe an opportunity.
Okay.
And they fight
I mean,
without it. So far it has been massive to the team fight success. How do you craft a team fight without your big abilities
they're gonna let
here
the side
available?
go, okay. I mean, I get it. Like, you don't have to force it. If you take that fight and you lose it, maybe that's game ending. You don't want to spend any buybacks on that one. Honestly, Clock and ET don't even have buybacks, so you don't want to sacrifice the support. And who cares at this point about losing one set of barracks? It looks like all these games, they're going to go the distance. They're going to go late game. One side of barracks, it doesn't matter. It's all about the team fights with the black holes. Wait 30 seconds and they will be available.
what a nice neutral in the crossbow for the Lina. Could be very important against some of the sustain from the Alchemist.
The thing is, what is the cast range on it? I see. So the cast range is close. I mean, it's less than her attack range, but pretty close, so that's fine. The thing about Lina is you don't want to get any closer. But yeah. When I first read the crippling crossbow, I thought it was attached to your attack, but had a cooldown, but you actually literally have to click the item and use it.
Yeah, I
It's a
thought
little unfortunate.
Heroic love these portals. So active through them. One side of the map to the other. And they're looking to try and deal with 5,000 net worth lead. Such a tense position of this game. So far in the series at this stage, there has been a team that has been favored heavily in the net worth. This one is not the case, but it definitely has the feeling that Dire and the execution looks very difficult for them. Enigma is the name of the game. Whisper, he's been able to put the team on his back, and a lot of teams that he has been on, you can always rely on this person. But he's going to have to do it another time for them to get a game advantage here in this best of 5.
Yodomi, he's gonna have that refresher himself, so. But even if you get the rock off, right? It seems like even 1.5 seconds per rock could be enough to get the kill.
Yeah.
So, not even like a hard counter, but potentially could be enough. It's really hard to say.
Into 20 armor reduction. And look, it's just potentially level 23 as well. So once you get closer to the 25, the undispellable corrosive haze, it's going to be a problem. This late game physical damage will be a lot. High ground ward. There's TPP. They're going to cleanse the hook shots in. Whispers black holes out as well. The cancel. Yodomi, he's not going to use it. No point now.
He might die for it though.
Yeah, he stepped up too far forward. And the Echo Storm as well caught them over the other side. Vitality tries to get the wall off. Another black hole and instantly cut down. Yuma's right click damage is something that is a massive problem.
Out the cover of the ET, the clockwork, the black holes, even the slaughter. Seems like they just can't get to Yuma. Yuma's positioning has been too good. He's got too much cover fire behind him. But yet again, a small win. I mean, you kill 3 heroes. You get Roshan. But do any of these things truly matter? I'm not so sure. Advantage is I will not be baited by them anymore.
Yes, but okay, again, does this game get easier? I understand the series and what we've seen from these 2 teams, but this is third Roche now. You have Ages, you have Refresher Shard, we apparently have a Rapier as well for Yuma. So do you agree with this? Because at least the way I'm seeing it, I don't know how you fight on Dire. I don't know why you go this item. It doesn't even seem like the fights are remotely close with how they're going.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like a game where you need the Rapier, but you never know. Maybe Enigma gets jumped and he dies and you have this Rapier and you can win the fight anyway, even without Enigma, but this is the item that gives you the most damage output, and he's like, you know what? This is what we're going to go for, so. But like I said, I'm not going to get baited, just saying one team's winning or the other. It really is going to come down to buybacks, in my eyes. Team fight and buybacks. And he put the Rapier on lock, you know, maybe he'll change his mind. He just has so much money, he doesn't know what to do with it.
Sure, okay.
He's got time to think about it.
Well, there we go. Refresher from Yodomi. So he now has at least second lock, but again, this is something that you mentioned. You need 1 second of this control, apparently. But that is it. So what are we looking at? Is there any defensive items that can come out? Like Wind Waker's a possibility. I don't see... No one is currently queuing it up. And it's difficult on Dire. How are you going to fit the slots? Who's going to go for it? So all on Yodomi to be
Slaughter
instant. He needs to predict
Nolo
it.
fire too, so
True.
it's
Okay,
not even
there you
good. Black hole's back up in 30 seconds. I mean, the high ground's your friend, for sure. We're still waiting for a moment to see this Lina get tossed back. I get it, there's like a lot of stuff going on. And if you go too deep, so far every time PP tries to go deep into these fights, he just gets black holed. Whisper's like, I don't even care at this moment. If you show and you're a core, I'm black holing you. This second one, if you group up too much, hopefully that catches more than one, but he's totally fine with just building a lead, getting some black holes. I wonder if any agatoms
Are scanning.
on Alchemist will play a factor in this game. I mean, Warlock Ags could be good. He could just drop all his rocks right away on one black hole, and Whisper will just kind of be like, not have enough time to really just chain black hole, right? I don't even know if you have the time to like wait as you Domi. Like maybe wait for the first black hole, but the second black hole, if you don't deal with it right away, could be an issue.
Well, they have the combo as well for Dire. It just seems at the moment you need it onto multiple heroes, whereas the Enigma doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be as patient, and you are just
Definitely
waiting
not.
for that opportunity to get this multi-man vacuum into the war, into the rock, into the rolling thunder. It's definitely more difficult. You need all of heroic to group up with Radiant. They are not as reliant on this, but we can see it. You slip up once with the positioning. If Dire are ready to capitalize, but if they are not, the game is continuing to slip out. 5,000 net worth lead, and we have not really seen them fight back in these fights, and we'll see if this one now is going to be any different. Heroic will smoke up, and Pike is still under the rocket flare, so continuing
Yodomi?
to
They
farm.
see
They're going to
him?
run right into
Oh,
Yodomi.
what?
Gets more. Nice for timing.
Oh? Okay, apparently you can do that. Guess you can't truly blink dodge it, but he kind of did at the same time. Because the cast range for Laguna wasn't possible to go that far, so it just followed him after the blink.
It's all weird stuff. So, doesn't look like they're going to get anything out of playing with the ages, though. It will expire in 35 seconds. They are making sure they still play the side lane, so getting all the Lotus as possible. The free cheese, a little less as this game continues to go on, can be very valuable inside some of the team fights. Look at the last remaining outer tower. All tier 2s of the game now claimed.
Alright.
Domi. Concoction's also queued up. Pike is itching for a fight. Gonna try and force it onto Analog, but Analog's being Gippy. Gets him out of harm's way, and that's a close action we've had for a while. We are gearing up to another 60-minute affair. The previous game we weren't able to see
Absolutely.
some of the neutral items. We'll see if we get there on this one as well. Boy,
Well, this game could technically end in a moment's notice, so
it really could.
we'll see if we get there. 9 minutes is still a long way to go. Still looking forward, though, to a disgraced regalia.
Why do you want the disgrace so bad? What is it with the disgrace regalia? Like, why
Well,
don't you
that's
want
so
just the
cool.
normal? What? What?
Because I want to see someone go for the big play and then just, like, get punished for it.
Sure, I see.
Like, I want to see disgraced regalia with rapiers dropping.
yeah, alright.
I know, like, you go for the all-in and then, boom. You're just sad. I'm a
Well, we
masochist,
may get
what
it
can I
this
say?
game. We're honestly gearing up for that by the looks of it. So you may be lucky enough to find it. Helmety
time.
Undyings could be very interesting this game versus the Enigma
We're
as
so
well.
early to be talking about this, but yeah,
We are.
it could
we
be
are.
good. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
But we'll see if it gets there. We can talk about when there's 1 minute until, because they still have to farm it too, and for whatever reason, Dota's a game around that 60-minute mark. People decide to get desperate. It's like it's 60 minutes soon. Let's go, and the game just
Yeah.
ends.
It's true. So important
I've
25s.
seen too many games end at 60.
That is, well, last game's a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Just after 60, we saw it end. So this could be another instance. Bro, how do you play the map into the rocket flare? Like, you just always scouted. Like, where are you
I
going?
mean, they have Ion Shell, I guess. It kind of helps. If it wasn't for Ion Shell, they'd be stuck for sure. Alright, do we have any big items coming out? I mean, there's a Scythe of Ice, potentially, for Vitali. We saw in the last game how much a Dark Seer that could do. Tiny has really nothing of immediate value. Pango, I mean, he wants to go for a Nullifier. And we talked about before, like, the potential swashbuckle with Basher and cancel Black Holes, but there's just so much stuff on the ground, and you only get 3 hits now instead of the old 4 hits, so it reduces your chances of getting that bash as well. Maybe it hits an Eidolon too, and it bashes the Eidolon and not the Enigma. So unreliable. Good D-ward by Analog. But yeah, it's kind of hard to play this map. You're just pushing lanes up like crazy on Clockwork, and what's the counterplay here? Not much you can do, so they kind of just have to wait for smokes to come out. Both teams have a gem, and yeah, Tiny, he just queues up a smoke. 30 seconds until they have any smoke plays. ET also has smokes queued up. Like, both these teams realize it's really hard to make any plays happen without smoke available. We're seeing what happens when Ninja Gears are removed from the game. Maybe it causes more passive gameplay. Is this what we wanted?
Ah, that's true. Because I don't know, this stage of the game is so... Ugh, it's a very frustrating stage of the game, but Ninja Gear was also a disgusting item. It was not, I don't know.
Careful what you wish for, you know?
Yeah.
This is what you get without it. Nobody does anything.
And that is,
and of course,
very much what we're seeing. Yeah, it's only deserving of a applause.
Yeah, wouldn't be the SA qualifier without a pause. But a bug, that's not what we want to hear. We want to hear headset or something, you know? Maybe a quick restart will get him back into the game. Kind of like the Monkey King bug, but no Monkey King in this game. Hopefully it's not too game breaking and a quick little refresh fixes it.
Let's see. Sorry?
Good. Alright, cool.
So 9 buybacks so far in this game. Clockwork just lacking a little bit of the gold from Schofield.
I mean, if this game continues, Schofield's gonna have the highest hero damage of anyone. Just from
just rockets flaring everyone.
Rocket flare.
That's insane. It would be actually crazy how much damage he has to see. There's
no way. That's like... This game would have to go on for like an hour of nobody hitting each other and him doing that for that to be possible. Alchemist is rich, that's money.
Yeah, he's got Scepter queued up. Who are we wanting this on? Is Warlock really? Maybe the Scepter and the Pango frees up a slot. So he can get, he's got Wind Waker queued up.
Honestly, I
That's
think probably Warlock. It makes a lot of sense. You've got Refresher. And it staggers the golems too, right? As I mentioned, it'll be annoying for the Enigma. And Roshan it is. And then Yuma's just been holding on to this rapier, really unsure if he wants this item or not. He'll probably wait to unlock it when the black hole goes off or something, but we're getting to fun territory. We're getting to the point where throws can happen. Rapier has been unlocked. He wants it with this Aegis. This is what he was waiting for. Divine Rapier, baby. They want to end this game.
Oh man,
do you go high ground with this? I mean, a Refresher Shard as well for who?
Schofield,
who gets Surfer? King Jungles could have 2 Earth Splitters. I don't know.
Oh, and look up the amp damage. That's boring. Look at Lena. So how do you take this high ground defense? Do you feel like they even need to fight out of the base on that edge?
I mean, if they can, it'll be nice. Look, they have that vision. They pinged it. But there's no way Schofield doesn't rocket that. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, Rocket Flare gives True Sight now too. That's really cool. level 20 Clockwork. So these rockets he's sending everywhere, he can see if you have wards or not. And here it goes. Oh, cool. So you have a ward there.
You do that, or you send an Astral at them. Islands, the Scout, whatever you want. You have so many abilities to be able to grant information. There's a Lincoln's on ET, so helping with high ground siege potentially.
Question is, do you go high ground in this game? Like we've seen before, the team that tries to go high ground, they lose.
And are we actually just doing nothing till, like, we're getting closer to 60 minutes?
Yeah, we're almost in conversation zone, a minute and a half.
Almost, okay.
We can have the conversation.
Well,
Until
they're
then,
inching closer
we
to
might
the
see if I
base.
without it.
And we'll see the Rapier and the banner come into play. So are you going to take a fight on the low ground? PP will start.
They're going.
But he has to be perfect because he might just
Black hole
melt.
used.
Black hole and right-click damage. PP's just
Dead
gone.
anyway.
The rock was too late. He's got a buyback, and how do you now look to play around this? Heroic, they will reposition down to the low ground, and Yuma will
Tiny
once
can't
again
blink.
set up a formation. Chemical Rage was also used as well, so this is about to go on to cooldown. You're making it go onto the
they're just
Aegis
dead.
carrier,
They're all
and they are
dead.
just dying. They cannot fight. They cannot deal with the Rapier Yuma. We saw this be the case even before this item, and nothing is changing.
Absolutely not. They're gonna walk mid. You're gonna have to use all your buybacks here. You still have Refresher, Black Hole available. Aegis is available. Warlock will buy back. And he just actually refreshes his BKB there.
Jump in, Lincolns. Protect him from the concoction, but the Hex will be out. Yuma just turns to try and
gonna
deal with
be
the
Vegas.
buildings. Another banner looking for the toss back, but the BKB's out. The E-Blade to protect him, but it's going to expire thanks to the Nullify. Die back out of Michael, and a 4v5 for the last fight.
Self-stun potentially on Pike. Will they follow up on it?
Oh, he didn't get the Manta off. Do they see? ET.
I mean, I don't know if you have the tools to go here though. But I think if you're Yuma here, you can just hit the barracks. I mean, sorry, the throne.
So
Eventually.
what happened last game? They didn't defend the throne. They're going to have to do it now, but they're waiting for the Black Hole. Whisper is so patient once again. They're not
He doesn't
giving him
have
an
to use it.
opportunity for it. And now he'll try and jump in, but just baits it. He's just playing with them at the moment, trying to put Udomi in a position, but Udomi doesn't even have Rock.
He's got Refresher though. He can actually refresh it.
Pike on the left side. Tries to jump the clockwork, but this is just frustration. This is frustration out of Pike because
Rock
he's
has
not
been
seeing a better
used.
target. They used the Rock before the Black Hole, but you do not have a way to deal with Yuma's Lena. And you're going to need to find a response to it in the upcoming game, because so far we have not got it. Down goes Vitali without a hope. This is over. Heroic will find a game advantage and now are one game away of representing South America at TI.
And it ends at exactly 60. I think the lanes itself have potential to go really bad. And that's if they're static though, right? But we have seen from these squads that static lanes are not always the case. Like if you add +1 hero, like this Tiny, makes a rotation, all of a sudden this DP could die. Same thing though, right? If this Tusk rotates or Silencer rotates through the gate, they could definitely get an easy kill. But a lot of what ifs, could be, should be's. We'll see what actually happens. But we'll see a delayed smoke here going on out.
30 seconds to
A lot
battle.
of lines drawn towards the top bounty room. Currently have some of their forces around the area. Heroic. Bit hesitant on where they actually want to continue to go with this smoke before the bounty rune. What a great way to be able to start off with an advantage. You're able to get a kill. Potential runes.
Smoke for naught, but it's okay.
Battle begins.
Might be able to get 3 runes here. Nope. 2
Oh,
apiece.
toss back skewer. Oh,
Oh wait, what?
okay.
How does Udomi go for that?
No way, dude. I was about to speak about like the lane. We could see some like, you know, weird toss skewer plays. Apparently we get it already to start the game. Very, very cool.
That is insanely greedy because they brought 3 heroes to secure bot. They wanted to get 3 runes, but yeah, maybe not expecting the toss skewer play. And honestly, who does expect that? It's a little cute.
Oh, how far does he go back? Not that far. just a little bit of chip damage into Yodomi. So eat a blood grenade, a
little
lot
bit
of
of
chip
damage,
damage
you
at the
say.
moment. Hang on a second. Pike starting to body block Whisper. But this is the resources, and yeah, where do you go now? Like, Schofield's just going to continue to run at you. And if he wants, he can toss again. And this means that Pike isn't last hitting because he has to protect his support.
Yeah, not ideal, for sure. Not ideal. But he might get a deny. He might get 2 denies on range creeps, which would be absolutely perfect for him. But no, they have to expend a toss to do that. But he brought 2 Mangles and a Clarity. He is prepared to use some spells on this top lane. All is well. They're going to pull the big camp here, too. Yeah, but this lane, unless you get those cute plays, these little toss-back skewers, at some point, just the Scorched Earth plus Inferno Blade with the Arcane Curse on you, you're not going to win the trades. There's no real outspam or trading to be done. You just kind of have to, like, all in a kill, essentially.
So it sounds like the side lanes are set up for success here for Edge.
Yeah, I would say, like, all 3 lanes are totally fine. In fact, they're a little favored.
Mid, very, very solid for the Pangolier. High armor. We've seen Puck lately very much struggling in a lot of lane matchups, but
Found
how he's gonna
Vitali,
be
though,
able to
just
perform.
alone.
Okay.
And
Oh, this
just
is how
dead.
you can maybe offset
That
the
was
weak
greedy.
lane that we were expecting.
Is under attack.
I mean, Michael was pulling the wave behind the towers. You can see there. Like, you can't step up like that. Trying to get a little more than... So you had a lane disadvantage, but getting a kill here or there can skew any lane, essentially. And then more harassment. Sure, Yodomi's getting punished a little bit, but you're not really doing anything about Pike. He's pretty free to farm in this lane. Another
Combo
toss.
again.
Another skewer.
They're just continuously tossing and skewering
They
as
got
much as they
Avalanche.
can.
She's dead.
This time of the second spell, they're going to get the kill onto Yodomi. So a lot of resources being expended. Bottom lane as well, Yuma. Well, this is back to what you were mentioning about the matchup. Level 2 here for the Spirit Siphon. And that is a much more valuable kill that we're getting out of the map.
This doesn't get any better either. The lane just gets harder and harder. The only thing that gets better is the fact your AA gets level, and at level 6 he hard counters the TP, but that was going to happen anyway, right? Regardless. As Tiny will go down the Pike. Revenge. A little bit of revenge there. But yeah, as mentioned, sure, you're getting a couple kills here and there. But you're not stopping Pike. But it's still good overall. Better than getting no kills. Because I think they definitely need those kills for this lane to be even competitive.
Okay. He's going to try and fight for the Water Rune. It's able to jaunt away. Might be in some danger though. PP's able to find him. Cost timing's there. PP's still going for it. He actually gets it. So a big kill onto Analog. The support's assisting, but the Pangolier able to showcase the nuke potential early on is enough for a kill.
Yeah, it's massive. It's really, really good.
See if they can unlock him as well. PP's been a little bit quiet so far through inside the series. A lot of it has been on the position 4s, the offlaners, the carries, of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of like big ultimate heroes in the offlane, a lot of Magnus, a lot of Enigmas. In this game, it's really no different here. But at least PP isn't playing versus a black hole this game. Kind of hard for a Pango in some games. Like, it's good in the early game, but the late game, that's all that happens, so. In this game, a lot more difficult to RP a Pango, and a lot less effective, too.
We are starting to see the lanes, at least the side lanes in particular, drag out in favor a little bit more of Dire. 24 and 9 compared to the 15 and 5 at top. Bottom 17 and 3 as well for the Abaddon. Are you going to be able to capitalize with the strong start that you have in the lanes here for Edge? You've got a lot of team fights, a lot of important level 6s as well. And a mid hero that can be very active and gank can combine up with the Exo, which is another thing.
I mean, if I know anything about this series, though, it's like the offlaners and carries are determining the scale of the game so much, and I'm just so afraid that, yeah, your AA counters the DP, but I just don't see the Abaddon carry really being a threat this game. It's going to be difficult. I mean, Yuma's going to have to show that this hero has like some hidden potential that I'm unaware of. But even if it does well in the laning stage, I'm a little hesitant to see what it can do in the mid late game. I say it will get back, he'll just get chased down.
Not even level 6 on Pyke.
Yeah, I mean, he had them snare, phase boots, level 3 scorched earth. I mean, day one, I was suggesting a lot of Doom carry. I stopped doing it because I figured the region doesn't like it. But this hero's good.
That's really, I really like Doom carry. It looks great when I've seen it. And they're actually going to bring PP to top as well. This will be scouted out with the high ground ward of the triangle. So maybe looking to contest the wisdom. The analog as well is going to mirror this.
He's one creep away from Doom, though. One creep away. Puck is here with ult. This could be juicy.
Where is PP? It's a deep rolling thunder. He's starting to get there. It's a great coil as well onto 3. They're going to have the AoE damage afterwards. Schofield can look for the toss, but he's pretty hesitant about running in. And there's the level 6. He found it thanks to the Shrine of Wisdom. They actually gave it to Pyke, and now Schofield's ran down too. Yuma TP'd in. Oh, so the Orbino has to get something out of this. Surely you'll get the kill into Pyke. And that will be the case with the shield popping. And now all the supports are also vulnerable. A massive shockwave skewer. It's an absolute bloodbath going on to the top side. Double for Yuma, triple for PP, a 3 for 4. Messy, messy stuff. What a bloodbath we get.
Yes, but you got the Wisdom Shrine. You got 4 kills. You're getting bot tower. That was definitely a big win for the Dire squad here. Maybe it was a 4-4 trade. I'm not entirely sure, but
I don't remember now.
at least 4 heroes died on Heroic, but maybe the Silencer died a little early on. But either way, it's a W, and I think Analog was a little confused there, because he's like, he orbed, right? Coiled, he's like, hey guys, if I jump out my orb and live, I give away the Wisdom Shrine. But then he realized quickly, he's standing on 4 heroes, and he decided, uh-oh, I gotta run, and then he left, and Doom got 6 because of that, and then he got doomed and died anyway, so forcing some mistakes here. Because yeah, Analog, he could have just been like, okay, I'm out. See you later. Gave up the shrine and survived.
Oh boy.
But look at the Puck net worth now. It's rough. Rough to be a Puck.
And not a free Puck game as well.
And they don't have like the scale either. Like, I'm gonna keep going back to it, just like until this Abaddon carry shows me something. But like, if Puck has no game, Magnus is never the carry. He's always control. Who's your carry in this game?
Yeah. That is a great question, and we're not going to see it answered, I don't think. 3,000 net worth lead, and this lead's going to continue. You've got a Midas up on Doom. We'll see. Previously with the mag that they were playing with on Heroic, Whisper was continuing to try and give him powers over to his cause very unselfishly, looking to try and buff their game up, so maybe it'll help you at least get a little bit more farm, but that doesn't answer some of the late game problems that they will eventually get to, and we might not even get there because of how far ahead Dire could be shortly.
Oh, I think we'll get there if there's anything about this series. Late game does happen, but Doom is up online. He's wrapping around to mid. He's gonna find Yuma, dropping the Doom probably. Doesn't even need to, maybe.
Yeah, it might not need it.
He actually just popped his ult way too early on Yuma there. But he's gonna pop Doom anyway. They'll get it. Good rotation from Pyke. And all Pyke needs is 2.8k gold. That's the magic number.
Hey, Whisper. That's gonna step over the right. Whisper still will be able to find him. What are we looking for here with the RP? Is this even possible?
Yeah, Puck's coming in,
Toss
another
back
toss.
into Analog.
This
We will
is so
see.
annoying.
I hear an
TP's
Exo. They're going to try and charge in. So yeah, you got the
coming from
kill, but you're
behind.
going to be able to get out though. The chain control isn't there. The damage bomb, it'll come through. They're not going to lack it. Now the TP, whoa. Super close. You lost Pike, but he is voice lining. He knows the status of this game is very much favoring Edge.
I mean, Doom was on cooldown anyway. He doesn't care too much there.
Has fallen.
Midas is coming back up. And one of the biggest quality of life things that happened in any patch ever was giving Midas 2 charges. It really shut Twitch chat.
Yeah, that was still. It's even worse now though. When you have the massive fight.
I mean that's on you. You know.
Yeah, but it's
At
it is
that
on you.
point,
You're right.
it's deserved.
And I think that's the better thing, where it's ultimately deserved now.
Yeah.
Yuma gonna continue to try and shut him down. Shard's placement just shy from Michael. And missing the swash as
misses.
well.
Yeah.
Heroic. We see the play from them as both supports right next to Yuma. We need to help defend some of the farm. And I say that Puck just takes a couple of the creeps. Right.
Sabaton is so far off from Radiance. And this hero, I mean, the thing I like about this hero is because you can bully melee heroes in lane. He actually destroys a lot of melee heroes. But it's really not that good versus ranged heroes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I keep mentioning 2.8k gold for Doom because that's the amount of gold you need to sell your Midas and buy your Radiance in full. So you can have like a really fast Radiance and then you just rebuy the Midas after.
Yeah.
So he's only 1,000 gold away from Radiance, even though he only has 1,800 gold. Whereas Yuma,
Nice position.
far away.
Pops, they got global. They got Doom.
I don't know if they have global anymore.
Oh, they do not. He's gone.
If you look at the map state, this is like the dangerous farm on the map. Meanwhile, you got a free farm Pain go in the jungle. Even Michael's farming top lane. He's got a blink dagger after the Savior. Wow, that's a
Super
very early
farm.
blink.
Holy. Well, Whisper's trying to do something with their own blink as well. Vitali. They're gonna have to go pretty deep for this. We'll poke his head out soon. They got a glimpse of him now if they want to go for it. 1,600 health. And smoke pop with the Watcher, so they did see that Whisper was up on the high ground. And no one's going to be caught out by this attempt from Heroic. And a much needed attempt to go right for them. The net worth lead continuing to build up 6,000. It's not slowing down.
And it won't slow down either until a little bit, honestly. Because you don't have heroes up farm very quick. Like, you're gonna get net worth advantage by getting kills. And that's about it. And if we can get to a point where...
Oh, they're taking it to try and take the fight. Whisper! Ooh!
Big?
Oh, that's what they need. That's not bad.
It's huge!
And that is a hell of a way to come back into this game. What an ultimate from Whisper. Oh, man.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy indeed. Alright. There we have it.
So it's just Whispers. If they're gonna do it, he's got to do some crazy offlane carry things. We have seen him do it in the past. Nice
It's gonna
position
be
from
a wombo
Schofield.
combo, right?
It's got to be. It's got to be some crazy stuff, and at least that gives you some confidence that you can connect these abilities as the game goes on. You know, we'll see once you get some items, and you need to be perfect continuing throughout the other stage of the game. But yeah, nice read from them. Dire, we saw them contest the first Wisdom Room. They anticipated that it was going to be a repeat for the second. They were ready and waiting.
Midas was sold after use, and now he's gonna have a Radiance.
Dire's top tower
And like the whole name of the game for Doom carry is if I don't know, get Mr. Observer to hover over the innate ability of Doom, the level pain. When you are higher level than your opponent, you do 25 bonus damage to heroes lower than you. So you want to stay higher level than everyone in the game, and you just do 25% more damage to everyone. So it's a little bit insane. So Pike, he's probably going to farm a lot. And at some point, you want to get the Alpha Wolf too. So you get that 25% damage on top of level pain, and you get like 35% from the Alpha Wolf. Only 30% now. And then you just start seeing Doom for some reason, two-shot heroes.
Yeah. Have you played much of the carry Doom?
Oh yeah, I've dabbled. It's strong.
What is the build that you like on this hero?
I mean, usually Midas, Radiance, into SNY, BKB, Blink, you know, AC, Satanic. You just build as a carry. You just right click.
Okay. I was seeing harpoons at some stage as well. Did you try this item? Is it something?
I have not done a harpoon, but I mean, sure, it makes sense. You're just a right click hero. You attack slow. Every hit hits hard. I mean, I'm fine with harpoon. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure. Okay. It's about to go back into the Midas, and we'll continue to get up there in regards to the experience. Off the back of that nice little skirmish we saw from Heroic, they've stabilized this game. BKB is getting worked on. One more component from Whisper. Importantly, the Radiance as well for Yuma is one creep away. Analog as well is pretty close to a blink. So you do have your cores getting farmed, and also, you know, Schofield's getting pretty close to a blink also. So something to mention. We are going to at least see this. They're able to fight back and put themselves in a position where they're able to stabilize this game and will not get run over.
Not quite good, and we see BKB and SNY queued up now for Pike. And the build for Yuma, I mean, he doesn't have anything queued up. He just finished Radiance. A pretty late Radiance, all things considered. 17 minutes. Not the best, and normally I don't care about things like that. It's more of like, what impact is your hero going to have later on? I mean, I guess with Empower, you are a melee hero, that helps a little bit. And he went for like the new facet too, the Malignant Mist, where Mist Coil does bonus damage, but I mean, it might be the play now. I'm not entirely sure. Haven't seen a lot of this facet. But it does always feel bad to not go stats. Oh, he's not even going to go stats? Let's see. I guess... Okay, you only need 1 point, really. Oh, no, it does level with leveling up with the facet. Okay. Because it goes from 40, 60, 80, 100. So you do have to level it. And a lot of bad-ins in the past, why it was good is because, like, most carries that are good, you can just get stat points instead of one of your abilities.
Remember the...
And he's doing both, actually. He's getting stats and that ability, so over time it'll make sense.
I know the last Abaddon carry that we did see went for the other facet, so I don't know if it's game thing, player thing, we'll see. I don't remember who played the Abaddon.
It was Hector.
Honestly, maybe it was Hector.
It was Hector. And that was a game where he just had a terrible game, but
yeah,
in other regions it's been played by like TA2000, who ended up getting to like the grand finals of Eastern Europe. I'm not sure what facet he went, but he was actually having success with this.
So nice high ground what that Edge are playing with. They're going to see Analog along with Schofield. Toss him away. Coil drop. Schofield tries to TP out. No way he... Oh my god, dude.
I mean, they're coiled. They can't move.
Yeah, no, it's just... This is a good toss and coil play.
Yeah. Not bad. Alright, so Pike's job is to continue to stay highest level in the game. He's doing a good job. It looks like BKB will be his choice. Doesn't have it quite yet, unless he wants to sell his Midas again, but...
He might honestly, for the Tormentor fight?
Not a bad idea, but... Doom is a very high IQ like hero to play. Just knowing your timings, knowing...
Okay.
No, I am 100%. No, the devil's bargain, knowing when to sell items and hit timings is like, it's very high IQ. Obviously, just pressing Doom on one hero and running him down with your brain turned off isn't very... But, like, how to itemize is very difficult on this hero.
Oh, they're coming through the portal! They have an observer, so they see PP. Okay, they'll do... What was that? They knew the... They knew it was there the entire time.
They're gonna do it without the Doom. Doom's like, nah, guys, I gotta stay ahead. And they're gonna take it. Ice Blast is gonna come in, but it's... I mean, it might hit someone, but it'll do no damage.
Okay, so it doesn't need to sell the Midas. We'll keep this, and BKB is complete. He found the Alpha will creep as well. Important for Pyke, level 15. Abaddon's keeping up though. Almost 15 as well from Yuma. So we do see he's farming quite well with the Radiance. Oh, PP. Nukes down KJ.
I mean, PP took it to heart when you said he's been quiet this series.
Yeah.
That was one hell of a game.
6-0 and 3. It's looking like they're in a pretty good position to send us to a final Game 5 decider. 5,000 net worth lead.
Inevitably.
Inevitably. We'll see. You know, these games have been going long. Have
They
seen
better.
some
I
back
mean,
and forth
I
throws.
will not be satisfied unless it's 5 games. And every game is at least an hour.
At least an hour.
I don't remember how long game 1 was, but I don't think we made it
was-
to an hour. But
We made
got
46
close.
minutes.
oh, that was it. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind. Send this one home, Heroic. Just win.
Oh, what, just because we don't get the hour in every game?
Yeah.
May as well just not go Game 5, okay.
What's the point anymore?
Schofield. Oh, jump over the tree line. We're gonna get him. Doesn't matter.
Like, what's the point if we can't make history, you know?
I see. It could be history for some of the players on Dire. You know, the 2 of them have been to TIs. Vitali,
Dire's middle tower has
along with Pyke. Everyone else is still looking to try and attend their first TI.
That's very
true for them.
non-selfish of you. I like that.
Thank you. Pyke mid lane. Whisper looking for the combo. A little bit hesitant to make the go. Not an easy kill.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this Doom is more or less online.
Ah, you know me.
But Magnus has found you. Alright, they're gonna... Not sure what they're gonna do, but there's an invisible Doom. But he'll walk into a sentry here. And 3, 2, 1. Yep, he's under a sentry ward.
What do they want to
What
do
do
with
we
the
do?
vision?
Dire's middle tower
Let's go for it.
I mean-
Does he just finally walk up? But Michael's also going to be there as well. And the shards
Oh, he
clips
goes on
onto
a-
Whisper, so we can't get the blink. Will be now able
he's
to
gonna
do
BKB.
so.
He's
And
dead.
the coil is going to break. Global Silent too late. Pyke's not dead just yet. Gets a Doom on his dying breath, and importantly onto the puck as well. Yuma doesn't have a lot of ultimates that he needs to be concerned about, but does have a DP that is a big problem. So Vitali will push Yuma away, and Doom was actually able to survive through the combo.
Did Ice Blast not hit the Doom?
I guess not.
Did Ice Blast hit anyone? Was he like skewered away from the Ice Blast? I think he was. Alright. I thought it was Ice Blast for sure, but I think the skewer back to break the coil made the Ice Blast miss, so Doom was able to just walk it off.
Dire's middle tower is under
And
attack.
we're gonna get a replay. Let's check this out. I'm very curious. Okay. Ice Blast is right there. He's literally right here. Like, how could you miss this?
Dire's middle tower
Oh,
It just didn't hit.
it didn't
right?
hit.
Yeah. Didn't hit. Sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, but it's a costly B like that though.
Yeah.
It's only 4,000 lead. I'm surprised it's in this position. Heroic have done a very good job to stabilize his game. Because what was looking like, I think peak was 5,000 multiple minutes ago. Before 14 minutes is when it was. You know, where we saw that contest of the second wisdom. But they are continuing to stay neck and neck, and we are seeing they're getting close to being able to land these combos inside the team fights. They're going to have to continue to do that this game, though, unfortunately. They're also roshing.
I'm just like thinking about net worths. Like, net worth lead is great and all, but so far what's determined this game is whether or not you can fight or not. King Jungles will get trapped by that shard here. And inevitably... I think he should die. Yeah, he should die. Let's walk it off. So basically, the way you win this game on Heroic is big RPs, big coils, big ice blasts. Can you itemize against that? I mean, BKBs are going to be a great start. Maybe some Aeon discs, potentially. Or like heroes like DP. Can make you survive a little bit longer. Because I think if you can solve the problem of the RP Ice Blast, then this game gets progressively easier to play.
And a look at the high ground ward, which is
Whoa.
freshly placed.
See ya,
Absolutely gone.
Doom is up.
Pike's got Doom on the respawn, but he will be able to get the blink away. A little bit more difficult for them to get him a second time.
Yeah, and he's actually going for the harpoon, so usually I see a blink just because, you know, it's so valuable to get the Doom off easily. But he's just gonna get in there, go for all right click. I mean, he's level 18 in this game. Next highest is, so the only person not taking extra damage is Yuma, because he's keeping up with the farm too. So that's definitely nice. I mean, he wants to Doom Puck, I think priority number 1. Later on in this game, we will see him Doom the Batten, but for now, Puck being a much more appetizing option as... Wait, did I see that right? A shield rune despawned and a new shield rune spawned? Okay, I mean, that means the cycle ended and then it refreshed the new cycle, and the first cycle was a shield rune again, so... Cool.
Dire are scanning.
So cup edge, where are we looking to go? Towards top is the call.
Can you get double shield rune? No, the same rune I thought couldn't spawn twice. I'm really weirded out by something's happening in Dota nowadays.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Oh, they're both coming through the portal. What's going on?
That... I don't know. Hopefully your kids are asleep. That was not nice. That was not safe for work. Poor A, man.
Oh, KJ. 5-5-5 is the KDA for our position 5 AA. We are... So you said net worth really isn't the thing we're looking at, though. You know, it's the itemization and how we're going to be able to stay alive against the combo from Heroic. With that being said, then Global Silence has to be pretty important. Would you say to be able to disrupt team fight abilities?
Sure. I mean, if you see the RP and you instantly global and the Ice Blast doesn't get, like, you can't release it, right? Or you can't even throw it. That could be big. And I don't think AA can itemize against that. Like, he doesn't buy Dispels. Like, you don't want to buy Greaves.
Whisper mid lane is farming pretty aggressively. I have to pop the BKB. He's got Analog nearby, but they're just going to teleport out.
And that's what I mean. Once you buy these BKBs, the game plan gets a little more difficult. And then, like, you know, if there's, like, Alina, for example, just to give a hero that Yuma used to play and was winning with, I'd be a lot more confident because he'll get a lot of damage in, but we haven't really seen the Batten do much damage. Yeah, you're keeping up with farm. I mean, that's great. I mean, you should keep up with farm, but this hero's damage output, I'm afraid, is not going to be enough to really close the game out, but time will tell. There's still a lot of Dota to be played. Both these teams are on track.
Like, just say,
I mean, that's just not a hero that
kind of?
he benefits from Daedalus, right?
Yeah, no, I understand. But where does the damage come from? Maybe the puck? Like, let's see, but it's not an easy puck game.
Blast, I think, right?
Okay.
AA Blast will always give you burst potential. It's so good. I mean, AA Blast and Doom, they're the same ability, essentially, right? If any of these get cast on any hero, they could die. The only difference is Ice Blast is AoE, Doom is single target, which makes Doom better single target, of course, than Ice Blast, but still. If you get an Ice Blast on this DP, but that's my concern, right? Like, this DP isn't playing your typical, I'm going to stand in the front, you're going to jump on me easily. He has Blink already completed, he's queuing up a Hex, he wants to surprise and jump you. And I kind of like the choice here. It's either you went this style, or you build tanky in a way where you're gonna frontline, but like I don't know what that looks like. You have to buy like an S and Y on a DP, and might not feel terrible just because health restoration now also works for spells on S and Y, but not sure if it's great either.
Sure. We are all in on the team fight for Heroic, which this is the hill that unfortunately you're potentially going to live or die on here in this game 4. Exo committed for the T2 tower down bottom.
Nice blast miss, but not using it anyway.
Oh, let's see how they're going to be able to... Whisper is actually changing the item build. He went
Manta.
Yeah, I've seen the Manta, and now he's going Harpoon. So
I mean, he's playing versus Global, and of course, he's also playing versus Death Prophet Silence, so
yep.
it does dispel those. So he wants to be able to have two means, maybe just commit with the BKB, and then with the Manta, he can actually just get out of the silence.
Does this fix the damage problems? Like when you get Harpoon? Maybe not fix, but does it... It surely will assist, besides your Scepter build.
I guess.
We'll see.
I don't think Mag is ever going to be like...
Michael? Let's over the top. On the backline, the coil is going to be there onto PP. Importantly, the Doom as well is on Puck. And they did not get the team fight combo. And as a result of that, this team fight is over for Heroic. Whisper's also getting chased down as well. And Matali very shortly will assist with closing the distance. He's going to try to get the RP at the front of the base. Yuma's also nearby. This is not working by the looks of it. A little bit too late with the snowball.
They're both dead, maybe.
And now Yuma, he's got the ultimate, but do they just run him down? Looks like they're going to try and respect some of the buybacks that could come out. Well, Schofield actually might be able to get two. What's going on? With the disrespect, now it's just a 2v2. Yuma might be able to do it without having to worry about too many heroes. Vitali's resources are very low. A teleport out, but an Ice Blast point blank. Team fight abilities not connecting, no problem for them apparently in this fight. They will not respect Heroic.
I thought for some reason Yuma used his ultimate at the Roche fight, but that dive is a little bit crazy if Yuma has ult up. Doom did, however, retrieve the gem. So, like, the net worth hasn't really changed much this game, but all things considered, really good fight for the Radiant squad here. And now Yuma, after getting all those kills, is level 23. So he's finding an opening in this game, and he went for that early BKB, which did quite a lot, because he was able to BKB TP, which allowed them to reset that fight. And Puck getting doomed every single fight. I think it's getting close to a point where it's time to doom this Abaddon.
Okay.
Because how much does Puck actually do in this game? And I think you want the gold bounty of killing Abaddon, that's level 23, over killing this level 18 Puck. We'll see. Smoke has been scouted out by Scan. And they're gonna be low. King Jungle's just like, take me.
I know it doesn't have TP.
He's rolling.
You see the jaw?
He might see it. He might have range
protect him somehow.
Oh.
Tossing further? No. Is they actually going to get an? Oh my god, the global.
They got Schofield,
able to catch up to
Doom.
Doom is here. Okay, they'll get rid of the silence. Doom over the right side. Whisper gonna try and TP out, but he should die inside the base. Schofield as well. You gambled indeed. The call for them to get the Tormentor.
He's not dead. He's got shield.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah, the shield from the Abaddon. I don't even know if that was needed, just because Whisper has so much raw stats, right? He's 3.2k. I mean, it was a good Doom, I'd say, but you only get Tiny out of that, right? So the game rages on.
Yeah, and Yuma feeling strong, just actually going to start running at them with some of the ultimates on cooldown. No global silence, no Doom. Can you really be here if you're Edge? Vitali's going to try and pop the BK, with the Ice Blast will fly in as well. Eyes on Whisper if he's going to be able to land the ultimate. It's just onto one, onto a solo Doom, who is protected with the BKB and starting to run away, but Whisper's going to cut that short. They want to fight with Exo, but is there a fight to be had? Vitali's still going to feel strong. Tries to jump into the middle, push back with a Psychic Headband. PP will be able to slam him down, and now look to Schofield next.
Yuma still has
a very messy engagement. Multiple fights breaking out on simultaneous fronts, but Vitali's not winning this engagement. As it concerns, they're not apparently being shown from a Heroic. You didn't need to hit these big ultimates. Apparently, you could just purely outplay Edge in the team fights.
All right, very good. I think it's gotten to the point where this Doom needs to go on Abaddon, because he's allowed to get so much off. I thought the whole purpose of picking Doom here was to just Doom Abaddon, make him have to leave every single fight. You want to Doom their highest net worth hero. Like, no more dooming this mag. Like, Doom was on cooldown. For them to even be there in the first place is a little bit greedy.
Yeah,
I get they think they can probably win the fight because they still have Exo, but they had everything. The Baton ult was up, RP was up, Ice Blast was up, Coil was up. Everything was online, so a little bit of a misread there from Edge. And yeah, like I said, you have to Doom this at Baton. Like, he's the highest net worth hero. Your hero shuts his hero down. There's no reason not to. Who cares about this puck? You guys got triple BKB. And by triple BKB, I mean you have a built-in BKB on Pango. And he's always getting roll-off. That's not really an issue.
Well, we're gonna have to see some differences here from Edge in these upcoming fights. Far left side of the map, Silencer has been caught. Trying to steal the shrine. He does get it, but he's down now for 50 seconds with Roche available, which...
It's got
See if it's going to be a costly death. Okay.
I mean, Silencer's one of the better heroes to die like that because buyback global is sometimes unexpected.
It's a nice high ground ward. Yuma's just going to jump up aggressively. They'll see Michael and potential another support will die. He'll get the snowball off. Rolling Thunder. Charging through the middle. Pike needs to get the Doom over towards Yuma. Is unsure of whether he wants to go in just yet. And he will not.
Man. Alright, I mean, maybe he's just afraid of the RP coming, which I get. But I think not even trying that means Oshan is just gifted. And if there's one thing I know Doom hates, is he hates playing versus an Aegis, so I guess it's turtle time. Time to split push. See you guys at 41 minutes.
Do you like that they gave it to Analog when you're wanting Yuma to be doomed?
No, I think they should have gave it to Yuma, to be honest. But my read on dooming a Baton is might not be their read. I'm starting to realize it, so we'll see.
Well, they don't want the Roche banner as well. We'll leave that inside the pit.
The only good thing, though, about Yuma right now, or one of the good things, he's got a lot of good things going for him, but the fact that he's higher level than Doom makes it so Doom's damage output is far less on him than pretty much everyone else. Sure. So only Yuma is higher level than Doom, so he doesn't take that 25% bonus damage. Which helps a lot, and even if he does get doomed on how much damage he will take from the Doom's right clicks. Because yeah, that bonus only works on right clicks, it doesn't work on spells.
So the nerves building up here for Edge potentially or not. This is a young team again with only 2 people that have been to TI. They've had a lot of success recently against Heroic in some of the qualifiers, but in a game where you had the lead and it is starting to slip out and you cannot make many more mistakes. 1 game down, a match point for Heroic. How big it would be to be the only team to represent your region at the international level. Heroic gonna move through the portal, something we love to see from them so far in all of their games. Very active through this.
Yeah, if you think about it, most Dota nowadays is played through the side lanes, not the mid lane. So these portal rotations, more times than not, will get you kill. As you can see, Yadomi, he's already on the side lane. The rest of Edge, they're on the opposite side lane. Nobody wants to be caught in the middle of the map.
They have a lovely arcane rune potentially here for the park. Look to go back to that after they get the tier 2 tower. See what they want to do. This lead is continuing to grow. The game more and more out of reach here for Dire. Like, yes, we just haven't really seen their execution with the past couple of fights. They're thinking about maybe making a go mid lane, but this is onto the Aegis target on Park. They'll charge up the Rolling Thunder a couple of times, but nothing will happen, and another tower will drop.
I mean, I'm still fine with him just going on Yuma. Like, if he shows, doom him, hex him on DP, and let Pango just chase him down and kill him. And then you can just reset the fight from there. Because, like, who's doing damage to? I guess A is about it. But if Yuma goes down or he's running from the fight, the damage is quite low from Heroic here.
How did they know? It's to see Vitali now, but they already started to back away. Anticipating, oh, hang on, this could be scary if they get the high ground position, maybe with the ward as well, if they have one available.
This is interesting. There's a scan. Whose scan is that? Okay, it looks like that's Radiance.
So they drop the ward. They're going to pivot all the way down to the south instead, but they're currently not really grouped up. Silence is holding inside the base, making sure he doesn't get picked and always has the potential of the global silence.
And they're going to see Silencer top lane right now, dewarding. So they're going to take a 4 vs 5.
This is going to charge on forward. It's not the greatest call, but it might be enough to get the kill. Meanwhile as well, Pyke tries to get the Doom. Whisper was able to manta off, so that hasn't been used just yet. RP will now expire, and Pyke's going to continue to run him down, so he's having his own 1v1. But it means that Pyke is not there protecting everyone. He is by himself. Operation kill off Whisper, and he should be able to do so at TP out just at the last second, but Whisper's not even going to die.
He just doomed Magnus, who used 2 RPs, so yet again. I really need to see Pyke change his target priority. Like, he can't just be dooming this Magnus after he gets RP'd. But I get it, like, feeling like you doom a Mag or a Puck feels good. But is it good enough?
Domi?
And Udomi, oh, he's dead. See you later. Udomi's been living in that top lane for some time, trying to get that Aghanim Scepter. But without the reverberating silence, you know, it's quite easy to take that off.
Is it Scepter good?
It's annoying, okay, but it really depends on can you dispel it. And the answer is yeah. So, not great. I mean, you got 2 Mantas, 2 Yules. So, the only one that can't dispel it is King Jungles. So it's not like an amazing resource. But maybe you can waste their Mantas, potentially. But is it ever really a waste of Manta to get rid of Global? I'd argue no, so. It's not game-breaking tags. Maybe when he gets Refresher with it.
Orb would not scout them out. They're going to drop the ward over the far right side, but they have a couple heroes still inside the base. So once again, they're frustratingly not able to get anything done. And this ward will not really give them a whole lot unless that fight was going to occur then. So you lose another outer objective.
Alright.
Pyke is not with them on the front. And Anno's got a great position to be up the smoke. Instant PP with the roll-up. He's going to be protected. Solo RP. They're going to drop everything over towards the Death Prophet, and they will be successful. No EXO and no DP value. We've got to see something out of Pyke, but he's just getting out. And because he's not there, Michael is gone. You've got some buybacks. But what is the DP buyback really going to do without EXO? You're going to lose PP too. We need to see something. Pyke, what have you got?
Well, they found Pyke a little bit. They're going to have to use buybacks if the skewer comes. But yeah, Schofield's kiting Pyke the whole time. He's got a Lotus Orb. Making him very uncomfortable to use this Doom. And it sounds like Pyke has no interest in dooming a Batten. So with this available, it might be difficult.
What? What is that jump in? BKB now, but it's got set up for multi-man RP. Can he even get the Doom off of Pyke? It's just frustrations! It is just frustrations being shown in the gameplay. He is pinging out, but he's getting no assistance from his team. They're gonna buy back now. The Doom, it's lasting on the Abaddon. At least he was able to find it. If they got the damage before he dies, they do. A buyback out of Yuma, so they are sensing one more fight is all they need to book their ticket over towards TI and Vitali. Can he get back inside the base? It looks like he's going to be able to. Both sides stuck at the gate.
He might get him.
Going to be able to find him. Schofield with a jump over the top. 3 heroes, that's all it stands. That's all they need to kill for Heroic if they want to make it and be the only team to represent South America. Vitali's gone. That's looks a dieback. And now they are chased further inside the base.
And at this point, I think dooming the Batten Cream is completely dead, because even if you doom him, he's got a Refresh Orb, he's got 2 ultimates to work with. But you don't even have Doom for another 60 seconds, so the game plan, not clear at all whatsoever.
Now or never.
For Edge.
But the coil onto
It's
3,
over.
and that
It's
is all
done.
she wrote. Heroic. Congratulations.